Oke, kita balik dari break kita terakhir. Lo semua dipakein illusion magic. Jadi elven equipment, elven appearance. Lo ngikutin Helena sampai ke negotiation roomnya. Dalam negosiasinya itu lo lihat udah ada orang lagi ngomong-ngomong di satu meja panjang. Lo ngeliat di situ ada Watchmaster Thibault sama beberapa Town Scar. Lo ngeliat di situ ada Leorin. Lo ngeliat di situ ada Marshall Maynard ngebawa beberapa Viridian Soldiers juga. Dan begitu lo masuk, lo ngeliat mereka semua pada ngeliatin ke arah lo. Terus si Helenanya begitu masuk langsung ngomong, nunjukin lo suruh lo ngikutin. Terus dia ngomong ke ruangannya, pardon for the interruptions. We simply have received some of the elven scouts that were arriving ahead of the main company, but please continue with the negotiations. Terus lu ngeliat si Leorin yang dia kayak ngeliat lu side gaze ke arah lu, terus dia kayak ngeliat sebentar, ngeliat lu satu-satu, eventually dia kayak senyum, dia mulai ngadep ke arah si Marshall-nya lagi. Si Marshall-nya dia ngomong, as I was saying, terus si Helenanya berdiri duduk di sebelah di belakang kursinya si siapa namanya Leorin. Di situ di bagian temboknya, senderan sama tembok, dia tuh duduk di situ. Terus lo semua berdiri di samping-sampingnya Helena, di belakangnya Leorin juga, ngikutin postur Town Guard sama Viridian Soldiers-nya. Jadi lo berdiri sekarang lagi ada di belakangnya Leorin. Terus si Marshall Maynard-nya dia ngelanjutin, as I was saying, we the Viridian military already have the Rippling Isles under our control. There is no need for elven interruptions.
Inside check.
Gue juga inside check aja.
Ada itu genuine kah, apa is there any like hidden agenda?
Of course.
No, we failed.
Gue hack juga ya.
Gue bantu. Gue inside check.
Oke. Karena lo lagi nggak bisa ngomong, jadinya gue PM yang sukses inside check. Jawaban inside check.
Oke.
PM kemana?
Di Discord aja. Terus begitu dia ngomong kayak gitu, si Leorinnya ngebales, "You've already have enough time, Marshal. This terrorist has been operating right under the noses of the Viridian military, and right now it's already spilled elven blood." Maynardnya ngomong lagi, "You may know that Commander Humphrey have already flown ahead of our army into the Rippling Isles, and he's currently missing in action with his group that were coming from the Fort Magnolia. You know we can't leave until we can ensure his safety. I'm afraid he's probably now being held captive by this terrorist."
Inside check lagi.
Ini kita mau inside check terus gimana nih?
Ini yang kita tunggu ini. Yang kita bisa lakuin cuma itu doang.
Oke, roll inside check.
Oke. Inside check gak apa-apa kan ini? Inside check gak apa-apa kan?
Nggak nge-break masih. Wah anjir.
Ini sukses semua.
Tinggi semua.
Kayaknya kalau sukses.
Kayaknya ya gue
Iya
sama Hal gak sukses sih kayaknya.
Kita lihat aja coba.
Oke, kalau ada multiple people, ya gue bilang, you don't detect any lies.
Oke.
Karena kalau ada multiple people yang sukses, jadinya daripada gue PM-in satu-satu, gue kasih tahu semuanya aja.
Oke, lanjut sih.
Lanjut, silakan.
Oke, terus nggak lama kemudian lo ngeliat pintunya sekarang kebuka lagi. Dan lo ngeliat jadi mereka lagi ngomong, tiba-tiba ke-break lagi, terus mereka ngeliat ke arah pintu, dan lo bisa ngeliat si Marshall Maynard-nya, dia mukanya udah kayak kesel, jadi kelihatannya kayak dia udah di-interrupt multiple times hari ini. ngeliat dari pintunya itu ada Viridian Soldier satu masuk, terus dia ngomong ke arah Maynard. Dia kayak bisik-bisik ke si Maynardnya.
Perception check.
Iya, gue bisa baca nggak?
Lo nggak bisa baca mulut, yang bisa baca tuh line. Jadi kalian
Oke.
kalau mau pakai perception check.
Akhirnya berguna. Observan lo. Aduh, udah pastel.
Oke. Most of the things ya susah dibaca karena dia ngucap, terutama di grup lu. Wishbringer.
Oh. Oke.
Oke. So ya begitu dia lagi kayak ngomong kayak gitu, si Marshall kelihatannya kayak lights up mukanya, terus dia kayak si Viridian Soldier-nya langsung pergi keluar nutup pintunya lagi. Terus si Leoren yang ngomong, seems we get interrupted very often. Do you mean to share the information that you just received? Terus si Marshall Maynard dia kayak nge-smirk sedikit, terus dia ngebales ke si Leoren yang dia ngomong, I believe we have some information that the Wishbringer has arrived in Greenwood in particular. Pantum.
Kotak.
Apa?
Kotak.
I'm not doing anything. See?
Kira lo ngeliat si Marian dia pakai armor kayak kotak. Terus si Marshall dia ngomong, and I believe we have information that that particular group called Wishbringer has already entered the Copper Palace. Terus dia kayak sambil ngeliatin ruangan, sambil ngeliatin a particular six elven that just arrived. And from what I've heard, if I'm not wrong, you may correct me if I'm wrong, that this particular group, the Wishbringer, has been in the Elven Council since they first arrived in Fargrave. They have been working under Lady Felicia, the Sentinel, and have been traveling with you, Lord Leoren and Lady Helena. I demand that you surrender the group called Wishbringer because they have committed crimes against the Viridian Kingdom, and we have rights to take them into our custody. Si Leorin sama Helena dia kayak diem doang ngeliatin si Marshall-nya. Terus Marshall-nya dia kayak senderan. Lu bisa ngeliat di mukanya kelihatannya kayak dia udah menang gitu. Terus si Leorin ngomong, dia langsung berdiri si Leorin. Terus dia ngomong ke dia ngeliat ke arah kanan, di mana ada si Watchmaster Tybalt. Terus dia ngomong, Watchmaster Tybalt, perhaps you can ask your servants to prepare a meal for us. I guess it's time for us to have a little break. We shall reconvene at supper, after supper. Terus si Leorin-nya dia kayak jalan keluar ruangan, Helena-nya juga berdiri, dan dia nge-gesture ke arah lo semua buat ngikutin dia. Lo ngikutin apa kak?
Ikutin.
Lu bisa ngelihat begitu lu keluar, sambil lu lagi keluar dari ruangan, si Marshall Maynard-nya dia kayak sambil senderan, arms crossed, ngeliatin ke arah lu semua. Terus lu keluar ruangan, pintu belakangnya ditutup, lu dibawa ke salah satu ruangan yang terpisah, agak ya nggak terlalu jauh tapi nggak terlalu dekat juga dari negotiation room-nya. Terus lu dibawa masuk ke dalam situ. Oleh situ ya similarly ke waiting room yang ada di bawah. Terus itu ada beberapa fancy furnitures, cuman di dalam ruangan itu cuma ada lu doang. Si Leorin take a seat. Terus Helena-nya juga nyuruh lu masuk semua. Begitu lu masuk semua, dia tutup pintunya lagi. Terus si Leorin-nya ngomong, well, the illusion seems to hold for now, but they've already know that you've entered the Copper Palace, it seems. Si Helena-nya bilang, dia lanjutin.
Enggak apa-apa, Helena dulu aja. Nevermind.
Ya, si Elena cuma bilang, well, I tried what I think was right according to this group. The Philippine military may be might have some ties to this group of terrorists, so we cannot rule out anything that perhaps Marshall may not wish us harm. So I thought that these people could provide safety for us should they try something stupid. But yeah, it seems that the town's guard inside the Copper Palace already been informed that the Wishbringer has arrived, and in turn they informed the Philippine military as well that the Wishbringer is already here. So what do you reckon we should do now? Si Leorina nanya ke arah lu. So, I've heard quite some difficult things about your group in the past few days. Is any that the Philippine military say true about you?
Which are
They say that you trespass against them, you cause destruction in their facility, you destroy their constructs, and you kill some of the soldiers there.
yeah, seems about right.
So it's not some, it's only one.
One
Is
human.
there... Unfortunately, it's still an unfortunate one, but
Wait,
there...
wait. To be fair, he killed himself.
Enggak coy, bukan yang kapten. Ada satu orang kena fireball waktu itu
Oh yeah,
kelihatan.
there was one person, and then another one committed suicide, and he said, "Long live the king."
Let's see. Helenanya dia kayak apa? Mijit-mijit pas hidungnya, terus si Leoren aja dia juga kayak let out a heavy sigh. Well, if that is true, you confirm it, that then they do have every rights to ask to take you into their custody. So what do you think you would like to do?
Well, what
Seems
does that benefit them? I mean, they take us into custody. How does that benefit them? So what? We broke a few rules, and then what? We put into custody, and then nothing happens. You know, you would continue your diplomatic things, and then you would try your best to, have the elves occupy everything else, and then probably that will be the end of Wishbringer. But I believe there is a zero-sum solution here. I believe there is a solution where you will be beneficial for you, for the Viridian military, and for us. And I think we bargain with them, and we bargain that we will be the one that be sent there. Practically a suicide mission. And I believe I speak for the group that that's what we were trying to do, you know? We were trying to go to everything else, I think, for the greater good.
But it seems that the captain wants to prevent the rippling owls from being seen by the elves.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's why they can send us. Just us. And then
That's
we can...
not how things do, Marian. I guess we are facing really big groups. I mean, really bad groups. I guess at first we should ask Leorin several questions. Like, Leorin, do you familiar with some names like Henfrey, Tim? Siapa lagi kapten yang bunuh diri tuh? Lupa gue namanya.
Itu nggak tahu gue.
Tim, yang baru diri. We don't know his name, but he mentioned Henfrey.
Altarin tahu nggak? Altarin, do you know that captain who committed suicide?
I believe he was the warden of the dungeon. I'm not quite sure what his
Yeah,
name was.
the warden dungeon. And I mean, I believe there is a solution somewhere where we all...
Tunggu. Si Leorin tahu nggak yang gue tanya tadi nama-nama itu?
Dibelas. I'm only familiar with the name Henfrey. He's the commander in charge of the Fort Magnolia. So that much is true and that much I know, but unfortunately I have not heard of the rest.
the marshal doesn't know that the commander actually plans to go to the Rippling Isles.
No, I don't. I really don't think the commanders didn't know. I guess the commander just pretend that he don't know.
No, I mean the marshal doesn't know that commander's planning to go there. The official communication was that they would take the weaponized Tessellite to Iron Summit, not to Rippling Isles. Why would the commander plot a course to Rippling Isles with the weaponized Tessellite? You know, is that something that they know? Does
Isn't
it cross your mind, Leorin or Helena?
Isn't that because they want to? It's because they send the Captain Henry to battle, right? That's why
No,
they need.
no. Okay. Commander Henry, it was told in the notes that Captain Henry wants to personally go to Rippling Isles with the weaponized Tessellite. Let me check my notes bentar. Gua nulisnya gitu soalnya.
Kan gua enggak deh. Yang tadi dibilang itu si Henry itu dia dilaporkan untuk inspeksi ke Fort Magnolia terus missing in action katanya.
Iya,
Wait,
masa-
ingat
ya,
gue gitu.
Wait.
Iya, nah, iya kan?
Did you say that? Did they say that they sent Captain Henry to inspect Fort Magnolia?
Yes,
I believe.
not
Not-
to send the weaponized Tessellite. No.
Terus si apa namanya, si Altarin dia ngomong, but it doesn't make sense if Commander Henry is a part of this terrorist group, and since he's in charge of Fort Magnolia, then why would he ask us, Sunfarer, to steal the weaponized Tessellite core? If Captain Henry is a part of the terrorist group, then he should be able to just order the transport to go over there.
Yeah.
Elimination, Altarin. You would just get out of the way, you know? They would make it seem that they would send you on a suicide mission so that you'd be eliminated from the equation. That's how I see it.
Oh, nggak jadi.
That's how I see it.
Dia kelihatannya kayak lagi mikir, nunduk mikir.
Wait, I remember that Captain Henry is the leader of Fort Magnolia. Am I right?
Commander.
The commander of the Fort Magnolia, right? Why did
That's
they?
the thing.
Why did they
Why
say
was-
that?
Yeah,
No,
why
why-
was he
why
being
did-
sent?
Why did they say that he inspect Fort Magnolia,
Yeah,
not looking after Fort Magnolia?
that is true.
Yeah, that's true. Sounds good.
Sorry, the wording you said.
Yeah. I mean, no, listen. Filter said that Commander Henry was sent to Fort Magnolia to inspect, not to be the leader of the fort, not to command the force.
Terus si Altarin ngomong, no, Commander Henry is in charge of Fort Magnolia.
But they said that Commander Henry inspect the Fort Magnolia.
That's the official communications
Kan
inside the
Marshallnya tadi
military.
ngomong itu kan. Pas dia lagi
Apa?
nge-inspect Fort Magnolia dia mission in action.
Yeah.
Enggak, dia inspect
Rippling
Rippling
Isles.
Isles.
Rippling Isles. Yeah, Rippling
Oh.
Isles.
Nggak ada yang bilang inspect Fort
Oh, iya.
Magnolia.
Iya.
Adanya inspect Rippling Isle, cuman missing in action. But
Enggak, tapi ya Miltonis ngomong gini ke Leorin dan Altarin. Ya, but they already break several rules by weaponizing some warforged there, and
to be honest-
also they abuse the power of Tessellite. If you want, you can go to Fort Magnolia right now. There are several warforged surrounding Fort Magnolia still, and
I
if they
believe-
haven't cleaned it, we left several corpses of warforged in the hangar.
I mean, we can use some.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
Fort Magnolia is already occupied by the Viridian military right now. So we can try to send someone to check, but if
Will
they
be
do
late.
have a warforged, then it's probably already being cleaned up.
But the leverage is on our side, you know. They've committed atrocious crimes, you know, neglect of the weaponized Tessellite, weaponizing warforged, which is illegal. They don't have any grounds to keep you from going there with the elves. I mean, it's just pure arrogance from them. It's,
wait,
I mean, we-
Altarin. Oh, wait. Altorin, please remind me again. How many transport ship that you see at Fort Magnolia?
Yes.
How many transport ship that you found in Fort Magnolia?
Aduh, apa lagi? Apaan?
Terus dia ngomong, I have not personally seen inside the hangar, but from what I know, there was supposed to be around 3 transport ships.
It's right, but
Fake.
based on Milton News observation, and then when we fight against you two back then, there should be only 3, right? In the next morning, we see another 3 transport ship going to Rippling Isles. That means there still have more inside it. Why did they moving to Rippling Isles?
Aduh, nyokapku kenapa lagi?
Tadi dibilang roll intelligence check kata Bigri.
BTW,
Enggak, gue mau ini, sorry. Bentar.
Iya.
Gue mau ngecek ruangannya dong, ada kayak listening device kah atau something gitu. Gue curiga. Investigation. Terus
lo recall, lo ngelihat di malam sebelumnya multiple blinking lights heading towards Fort Magnolia.
Yang dari langit itu.
Oh, bukannya pagi?
Iya.
Bukannya pagi ini ya?
Malam.
Pas pagi.
Itu pas malam ya, pas malam.
Pas pagi. Pagi tuh gua ngeliat ada 3 yang arah ke Rippling Isles.
Paginya, iya. Pas malamnya lu ngelihat dari arah Roseland menuju Fort Magnolia. Paginya lu ngelihat dari Fort Magnolia ke arah Rippling Isles.
C dong. Gue mau nanya deh. Kita tuh ada bukti kayak tertulis gitu nggak sih yang bisa kita kasih ke si Leorin sama Helena?
Itu yang notes gue sama notes yang dari.
Iya, ada yang.
Maksudnya itu bukunya si siapa? Bukunya si yang dicolong itu ledger prisoner-nya si Mutonius.
Bisa apa tapi kita pakai gituan? What can we do with that? I mean this discussion is, you know, we're on the losing side. I don't see
we're not on the losing side. We actually have leverage towards over them.
What kind of leverage do you mean?
Well, think of it this way. I mean, the elves have advantage because we have proof that they weaponize Warforged.
We didn't have any proof.
What kind of proof? We don't have any proof.
Yeah, we don't have any proof. That's why.
Well, it's our words against them.
Or perhaps they can let us use the zone of truth from Viltus.
Like how they will let us do that.
And that is also. Is it possible that one of the Viridia have the truth detector or some kind like that, Leorin, Helena?
As far as I know, it's called torture.
Oh yeah, the one where they didn't fit anyone for 3 days, and then after the question.
But
that's one method.
BTW investigation gue gimana, Vic?
How about this?
You don't find anything.
Okay, gue mau kayak ngomong. Okay, Laren, what would be an what would be an advantageous position for you? How do you want to benefit from all of this?
Well, I want those people to bleed. I mean, they've spilled elven blood. We want blood in return. I want every bandits to be put to the stakes. I want that weapon destroyed.
Actually, I have one risky ways. Do you still have your mens, Leorin and Helena?
Apa?
Mereka masih punya mens nggak? Orang, people.
Oh. Yeah, I have summoned a group of 30 elves from Roseland.
You can take Altarin, go to the Rippling Isles as fast as you can. He know where is the place where they stored it.
I know where it was supposed to be delivered, yes, but I've never been there myself. But it's a good place to start. To see
you are the only clue that we have, Altarin. Please work with us this time.
Well,
He's working with us this whole time.
I mean, yeah, he's following us. He's
Yes.
been following us with, even until here, until
Trying.
now.
That's the only change.
Yeah, that is the current idea. So once the Elven company arrives, plan is to go to the Rippling Knives, but unfortunately, the Marshal is making it difficult. They have blockaded the whole islands, and they have occupied practically the whole islands.
Actually, you can sneakily go there, right? I mean, you have so much technology.
We often use technology, but we do have some magic that allows us teleportations, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh.
I guess we can find a better choice. We already known that we could just disappear from one place, so you can go there, take your proof, and we can basically disappear us also from this place.
And what do we get in return, Metonius? I mean, we still haven't. If we still have our names to be cleared,
Do you think after all of these events getting proof, we are not getting our names
No.
clean?
well,
No.
we don't have any
Probably not.
guarantees, right?
No,
We
they
don't
want
have any
our blood.
guarantees.
They
Yeah,
want our blood.
Listen,
Yeah.
wait. Let
Of course they
me.
hate us.
No,
Jen-
Elven can help us. I believe
And
that.
then we
Lady
sign.
Valencia is Sentinels.
No, wait. Stop. This is geopolitics. Gue kayak Rojo kan ngomong geopolitics. Wait. This is complicated, Milton. It's not just like we cannot just waltz in, because it's very complicated. We have the Viridian Kingdom, we have Arenasian Empire, and we have us. These are three parties that actually wants the same thing. The bandits removed and killed. But now, I think we are speaking from a position of pride. We want revenge. Leorin, you want blood because it is elven pride. I know. My grandfather is an elf, just like you. And for the Viridian people, they're speaking from pride as well. We are now we're not thinking about the problem, which is the bandits. We are all speaking from pride. We want revenge, but we're not thinking about the common goal, which is to dismiss and delete this bandits problem. Leorin, I think it's better if we come from a position that you can say to them that, hey, we have a common goal, you and I. Why are we? You can admit that. You know what? Maybe I'm too prideful of Elven. I'm too prideful of the Elven race. You know what? But I think we both have the same thing that we want, which is to eliminate these bandit problems.
No, you
And then
missed one thing, Marian. Just stop it there. I mean, if we can prove Viridian military is false, working with bandits, that's really advantage for us. That's the first thing that we need to do. For
Yes,
cleaning
but
our name, it's the last thing that we should think of. We just can disappear from this place at first, and then we finish this one thing, and then we can think about that after that.
that's just make believe. Can we just discuss what is certain? What is certain is that we all want the same thing, but
Halo,
we're discussing from a enggak, look, you're good.
bangsat.
But we're
Iya,
discussing.
Leorin yang ngomong. Well, to the extent that we want the terrorist group gone, then yes, we all want the same thing. Even the Viridian military wants that as well. But not since Ariel this day that we found that there is a weapon of mass destruction happening there. So I believe that is where our conflicts. We have a conflict of interest. I believe, considering what you have witnessed, if it is true that the Viridian military have been weaponizing a Warforge, then imagine what they would do if they get their hands on these weapons of mass destruction.
But Leorin, again, we are always imagining. Let's now work on something that is urgent, which is what should we do now?
Listen. No. Let me ask something to Lauren. What you have asked or discussed with the leader of Viridian military before we come in?
Well, basically, I want them to evacuate the Rippling Isles and leave this matter entirely in the hands of the elves.
And what is their point to not let all of you go to there? Have you point out that there is a light coming, a bright light coming from the rippling isle?
Well, initially their argument was that they want to ensure the safety of Commander Henry and the rest of the soldiers that came from Fort Magnolia, but I found that to be a thin argument at best. But after listening from you, knowing that Fort Magnolia has been weaponizing Warforged all along, I fear that they may intend on reacquisitioning these weapons from the hands of the bandits. They don't want the elves to be involved in that because they don't want the elves to know that they have their hands on this weapon.
What if we disable it? No one wins. No one gets the weapon.
That is our goals. We want that weapon destroyed, but I don't think we have the same goals here with the Viridian military.
But what is our current goal? I mean, what is our common goal now? To defeat the bandits. Why don't we start there?
The priority for them is to acquire the weapon. The bandit is just the extra.
This is no longer about the bandits. This is about the weapon.
Yeah, that's what I really want to talk to you, Marian, from the start. It's not about the bandits anymore. If we can prove Viridian military is wrong, I guess we can clean the rest.
Is there any leverage for us to question them before we show us as a Wishbringer? Because if they're really weaponizing Warforged, then we have the benefit of suspicion since we're entering a fort full of Warforged. So in our defense, we're quite wary and quite agitated because we were kept in a cell full of Warforged. We can use that, but that is if we can question them first and can make them acknowledge that they have weaponized Warforged at Fort Magnolia.
How do you plan on making them acknowledge this?
Nah, that's the hardest part.
No,
spell.
You can teleport there. I mean, bring the evidence first.
They already cleaned that up since like yesterday.
No. They can teleport to Rippling's Isles where they store all of this. When the elf got the proof of that weapon present or the weapon is there, there's a big clue, I guess, or evidence.
Well, the problem here is that the marshal did not allow us to go to the Rippling Isles. If we just teleported there, then they probably will shoot us on sight, and there will be a war between the Viridian military and the Arenasian Empire, nonetheless.
Yeah, I agree with Lauren about that because for them it's like an aggression from Viridian side.
Yes, we're trespassing because we already know that the Rippling Isles is under military jurisdiction. It's unfortunate, but
yeah.
Hello?
The last thing, the last thing we want is Greg. Hello.
Okay.
Aman.
The last thing we want to happen here is for another war to happen. So that mass destruction weapon is acquired by either by Arenasia or Viridia. I don't want that weapon to exist in this world. But first thing first, in order for us to have an advantage of argument against them, we need to have a proof that they have produced Warforged, weaponized Warforged. How? Any idea, Filtus? We know that you have your spells. We have your truth spells, but
I doubt they will comply peacefully to that.
Like I said previously, that they will not comply. Even if I say that I am from a Raven Knight, they will not let me do that.
I guess it's obvious. We turn ourselves in.
To begin with, even Raven Knight, when Raven Knight do something, usually they will have problem with an undead, and they didn't tell the Viridian army about it. But I believe they should know that if we do something that means there's an undead around, they should be. But aside from that, what really makes me wonder is how the hell the people at the Fort Magnolia. Gather a lot of weaponized Tessellite.
To see
In-
Leorin yang
under
ngomong.
under the elf nose.
No, I think what the Fort Magnolia is a hub. So everything Thessalite base is together at Fort Magnolia and to be sent to the Iron Summit, where it will be dismantled. So it will go to Fort Magnolia. All of the Warforge, all of any weapons that is in the Mount Maranclave, it will go to Fort Magnolia before it will be transferred to the Iron Summit. So perhaps that is why they have accumulated this amount. Terus nggak lama kemudian lu ngeliat pintunya kayak ada yang ngetok. Terus si Leon ngomong, "Who is it?" Terus dari luarnya dia ngomong, basically dia ngejawab, "The Elven Company is here, and we have news." Si Leon ngomong, "Do you come in?" Itu pintunya dibuka, lu ngeliat itu ada satu elf pakai bajunya sama kayak lo. Dia masuk dan kelihatannya agak bingung, kok ada 6 elf dari mana anjir. Terus begitu masuk dia ngomong ke si Leorin ya, "My Lord Leorin, we have news of our investigations as to the crash site of the Sky Castle and Solona." Terus si Leorin ngomong, "Well, do tell. We're in safe space. Please close the door." Dia kayak tutup pintunya pelan-pelan, terus dia balik badan ngeliat ke arah lo semua. Kelihatan mukanya kayak, kenapa?
Gue boleh saya cek nggak ini orang beneran elf atau bukan? Kayak apa dia masuk ini
investigation.
mau
Gue juga.
Oh iya, speaking of,
check.
BTW gue
nice.
lupa gue lupa Strider di mana ya? Nggak sama kita ya?
Sama kita.
Ya anggap aja dia ikut selama ini deh. Pusing anjir.
Ya anggap aja dia disiming juga. Dia kan creature juga. Creature bisa disiming. Jadi dia sekarang jadi elf juga dia.
Jadi ada 7 berarti ya.
Elf kalau ditinju jadi bisa
8 berarti.
Sama
kalau kita jumlahnya enggak dong. Kan Wishbringer 6 doang.
Oh iya juga sih.
Ya 6 Altarin sama si Strider 8.
Dari inside sih kelihatannya lu bisa ngeliat kelihatannya kayak mukanya kayak agak panik. Kayak dia kayak nahan sesuatu. Marian will investigate. It's not illusion, at least. Dimana dalam investigasi lu bisa ngelihat teman-teman lu investigasi apa ilusinya, lu bisa ngelihat see through illusion dari teman-teman lu. Cuman dari yang this particular elf kelihatannya dia benar-benar elf kan, bukan ilusi.
Nice.
Begitu pintu ditutup, dia kayak balik badan, dia kayak nelen ludah, terus dia ngomong, "My lord, should we speak in private?" Terus si Leorin ngomong, "You can share whatever information you have with the room." Terus si elfnya baru ngomong lagi, "As we can see and we have estimated, Sky Castle and Solona split into 2. One half falls into the hills to the northwest of Roslan, while the other half falls into the western part of the Roslan city."
It falls into the city?
Yes. We have estimated at least thousands to have died and lost their homes. We believe after our investigation that this attack was precise. The beam cut through the throne room directly, and we have uncovered several bodies that we believe to be the inhabitants of the Sky Castle. They were heavily disfigured beyond recognitions, but from several features that survived the brunt attack of the beam, we believe that the Sentinel, Lady Amelia, was among them.
What about Lady Felicia?
To see Elfia ngomong, "Yes, Lady Felicia, the Sentinel. Lady Amelia is what we call her."
Oh
shit. Now this is bad, guys.
Terus si Helena
Tapi itu yang survive kan tadi katanya?
Yang enggak, yang mati.
Yang
Enggak,
badannya
dia
bisa
mati.
recognize.
Yang ke recognize ya, cuman itu dia doang.
Terus si Helena yang ngomong, what of the orb? Terus si Health-nya ngomong, oh, we are still trying to recover the Sentinel orb, which is unfortunately still missing. Terus the room falls into silence sampai eventually si Leorin yang ngomong,
We can.
Thank you, you are dismissed.
You know what, Leorin? Perhaps it's quite nggak sopan gue ngomong ini, but can we use this information to Viridia for us to go to the Rippling Isles? Because it's more than just their problem.
It's
Well,
our
I've already
problem.
made it
It's
known
your
to
problem
them.
as well. Now.
Yes, I've already made it known to them, and I've already sent word for the king to have the marshal retreat his forces, but unfortunately, until we receive word from the king, I cannot move.
Our hands are tied now.
Si Leorin dia kayak duduk
It's really hard.
sambil mikir.
Is there any? If we're going there immediately, as in 7 of us, then it's quite hard for us to able to escape from Copper Palace anyway.
Escaping from the Copper Palace will be easy. I believe Helena and I can manage to do that, but getting to the Rippling Isles would be a problem. But I think, based from the information that we receive, we don't have the luxury of waiting anymore. We cannot let this terrorist have this weapon in their hands. So, I'm ready to return to the negotiation room. Do you have anything else you would like to discuss?
Before that, Leorin, a quick question for me. Are your troops at ready?
They should be.
What are you going to do if they didn't? What if you hand us over to them in apa namanya? In
exchange,
you will be granted apa namanya passage to the Rippling Isles, but then after we're to them, we're going to escape. It's not your problem anymore since you already hand us over to them, right? So if we escape at the time, then it won't be your problem, right?
Well, it'd be our problem.
Well, I could offer that in the negotiation, but don't be too sure that you could escape from his custody. Remember that the Marshal is the number one person in the Viridian military. It will not be easy to escape from his grasp.
What kind of person he is? Is he like? Does he have something magical or?
Well,
something?
Certainly, and not only him. I mean, he commands a group of Viridian juggernauts and high mages. So if you were to be handled into his custody, then you would need to handle with them as well. And these are the finest mages in the Viridian military.
Oh, that's a problem then.
Which is why I came to my current conclusion. We cannot hand you unless you're prepared to die, because that is what he wants.
We are not going
currently,
to.
Yeah, I will have. It's no longer the time to play nice with these people, so I will come forward to them with one solution. I will have them to return. I will warn them to take away their army before tomorrow noon, because we will destroy the whole island.
Destroying the whole island?
Are you really
It will
planning
take
to
out
do
the
that?
bandits, the terrorists, and the weapons with it. We will warn the Viridian military to take to pull away their forces by noon. Otherwise, they would be burned as well.
Is it?
That's the same as aggression.
Like I
Then
said,
it will
it's no longer the time to play nice with these people. If they want war, I'll give them war.
anything that we can do. We can escape right now, but the fact that Lady Felicia protected us in his custody, it will spark a conflict anyway. It will be hard if we escape. But even if we escape, we cannot go to the Rippling Isles because we have no transportation, no method of
I guess we don't have any other choices. That's the best plan so far, I heard.
in
Just
the end.
give them war.
There will be blood. Lots of blood then.
You don't think all of the elves that die because the Sky Castle has been shoot and split into not blood also?
I agree with you. I agree, Miltonius. But
Yeah,
then,
but only the elves.
yeah, but then
I
you know,
imagine. I imagine the Viridian people would want blood as well, since Rosalind is caught in the crossfire as well. Well, anyways, to see Leorina kayak berdiri, I would have my meals before I continue with these negotiations. You can. I will order some of the servants to deliver the food here, and once you're ready, you can return to the negotiation room.
Si yang ngasih info tadi masih ada di ruangan nggak?
Udah keluar dia.
Udah keluar.
Terus si Leorin juga dia lagi mau jalan keluar, si Helena masih di dalam ruangan.
Gua nanya ke semua Wishbringer. Aduh, gua nge-lag ya. Halo.
Enggak dengar kok,
enggak,
dengar.
aman.
Alah.
So,
Helena, I have a question though. Is there, have you ever heard of any kind of group who would benefit from the war between Indonesia and Viridia?
Lo nanya ke siapa? Helena?
Helena.
What are you getting at?
Maybe judging from what I am seeing here now, it's as if the one who helped the bandit is someone who won the war between Viridia and also Indonesia, and they tried to get something from it. When the focus between the two kingdoms are at each other's throat, that is the best time to get something that is protected by Indonesia or Viridian. Maybe that's how I see it now, but maybe I think too much.
Well, you're not entirely wrong. I mean, ever since the Viridian kingdom surrenders to the elves, I mean, it did not bode well to the people. King Rhaim I, the current king of Viridia, is not a very popular king.
So basically, there are some people who's not satisfied about how the war ends, and they want blood once again, since they really believe that they can win the war this time.
Well, they nearly won the last time, so they're not disillusioned to think that.
We cannot question the people anyway.
We can question the people who died. What do you think about it?
Wait a second.
Yes.
The knight that blew himself up. He was saying, "Long live the king." Which king is he referring to? Do you know what I mean? Because Helena said that the people isn't satisfied. Does the king have like a son or like an illegitimate son or like someone that was outcasted? The Viridian king, I mean.
Hard to say. I mean,
Isn't that too far fetched? I mean,
I know it's too far fetched, but
long live the king.
it is possible, but the last known heir to the king was the current king, King Rhaem I. He was too young to enter the war previously, which is why he was just a little boy, which is why he did not enter the war. The rest of the children of the king died during the war. The previous king.
the previous king died during the war, and then his son.
No, the previous king survived the war,
Uh-huh.
but was executed by the people because to regain his honor, the people of Iridia was at unrest because the king decides to surrender to the Erenasian Empire despite the victories that they have over them. So the people revolt and the king was executed.
And now the king is too young to rule.
Well, the king is about probably your age, Dinujuk Lime.
Lime is how old?
I believe you are almost 20, right?
Yeah, I'm a 25, as far as I know.
Was there an older sibling that was outcasted? Wait, I'm a socialite. I should know about gossips like this, right?
Roll history check.
Gossip.
But aside from that, Helena,
Yes.
the one that Remy is
Ya yang lo tahu itu si King itu dia punya 4 anak cowok sama 2 anak perempuan. 2 anaknya mati di perang. Terus istrinya, 2 anak perempuannya sama 1 anak laki-lakinya itu mati di assassinate sama elfnya. Jadi mereka tuh kayak diculik sama elfnya, terus nyuruh si kingnya itu buat surrender atau mereka bakal dibunuh. Kingnya surrender and they were killed anyway. Jadinya anaknya sekarang tinggal 1 itu si Rhaem. Dia masih bocah. Dan terus abis surrendernya itu Viridian citizen revolt, kingnya mati, dan sekarang basically si anaknya itu si Rhaem dia di-raise sama Viridian Empire, Erenasian Empire. Jadi dia di-raise sama elfnya, jadi basically dia kayak puppet king. Makanya dia nggak populer.
Wait, when you said that anaknya itu diculik gitu ya? Does my grandfather ever like tell me about that story? Gue pengen ngehit kayak dia pernah ngasih tau gak sih kayak ada satu misi dia yang ya gue pernah nih dulu nyulik tapi gue bunuh juga gitu.
Enggak, bukan dia yang bukan grupnya dia yang
Wait, so could it be like this young king was the person behind everything? Like as the mastermind?
King, no. Listen, the young king is a puppet king, right? Therefore, there should be another king to these bandits or militia people. They sought to be like, this is the true king that we want. Is there any sentiment among the people of Iridia that you know, Helena? You know, there may be some political parties or gossips around. This is the king that we want. This young king is not who we want.
I mean, that is a treacherous saying. If we have people saying that in the streets, then they will be taken, tortured, and probably killed.
I'm not asking that. I'm asking, is there a person that they consider king that is not a king?
Low persuasion check.
Oh wait.
Gue
Oh
pengen,
wait.
gue pengen.
Diam. Oh, I mean, okay, it could be anything.
Anything.
Hard to say. Like I said, I'm not really into politics. It's tiresome. You can already see what's happening here. Try to steer clear of anything
Inside
politics.
check.
Well, inside check.
Inside check.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Berbohong dia rupanya.
Kontes.
Belum tentu,
Nice.
belum tentu.
Well, she's hiding something.
Sorry. Helena ini lagi duduk ya?
Lagi
Aduh.
duduk.
Gue kayak mendekat ke dia, terus kayak gue sambil kayak apa sih ruku apa? Melutut kayak, terus gue kayak pegang tangannya dia kayak, Helena. Terus gue kayak, please, is there anyone that you've heard of that they is considered like the king by the people, but is not the king? You know what I'm getting at, right? Please, we're all in this together. I know you know something.
Lu dengar footsteps dari luar. Eventually dia mendengar pintunya kebuka. Terus si Helena ngeliat ke arah pintunya, lu semua juga ngeliat ke arah pintunya. Si Helena ngomong, maybe he might. Terus lu ngeliat di pintunya itu ada a young man wearing a plated armor, carrying a shield and a sword. Di belakangnya lu ngeliat ada dua cloaked figure, similarly kelihatannya pakai plated armor juga, cuman the man in the front you recognize as Steven entering the room.
What the fuck?
What?
The one the captain was mentioned before.
The hell? What is happening, guys?
What the F?
Captain
Apa
still
bisa
young.
happening?
ekspresinya Helena nggak kayak tuh lo orangnya gitu loh, atau gue nggak dapat apa-apa dari mukanya dia?
Sama.
Roll insight check. Maksudnya tuh lo orangnya?
Ini kayak misalkan mungkin dia tahu, maksudnya ya itu orangnya di depan lu gitu loh.
Ya itu orangnya yang lu refer, ya itu orangnya gitu loh.
Si felt shock by the way, kayak, "Hah, ini apaan sih?"
Dia kelihatannya a little bit puzzled. Tapi kelihatannya kayak dia tahu dia nunjuk ke siapa.
Anjing.
The man you know as Steven enters the room. Terus lu ngeliat di belakangnya, nggak jauh lu ngeliat kayak ada apa sih namanya? Lu ngedengar begitu dia nggak lama sebelum dia masuk itu kayak ada suara something falls to the ground, dan begitu dia pintunya dibuka, lu ngeliat di bawahnya tuh kayak ada 2 tahun segar, kelihatannya kayak entah unconscious atau mati, cuman kayaknya sama 2 orang yang pakai hooded cloak-nya itu diseret masuk ke dalam ruangannya. Terus dia ngomong, si Steven ngomong, I apologize for this interruption, my lady. This will not take long. Dia cuman kayak masuk, guardnya diseret masuk sama yang 2 orang hooded cloak-nya itu. Terus si Steven ngomong, have a good day. Pintunya ditutup lagi sama dia. Terus lo ngedengar dia kayak jalan ke suatu arah, menuju ke arah negotiation room-nya in particular.
We have to go.
Jadi dia ngapain sih? Steven-nya cuma datang, habis itu
nyeret
buka
masuk
pintu.
mayatnya. Iya, nyeret masuk mayatnya. Terus ditutup lagi sama dia.
Oh, so
We have to go.
so he plans to make that as if you killed the town guard.
Guys,
Let's go get him then.
fix sleight of hand, taro dagger, di sleeve.
If we go there.
Yes.
Ready, Helena.
You can't see me. My time is now.
Ya lo ngambil daggernya dari bag of holding, roll sleight of hand. Oh itu 27. Yap, pretty much gone. Lo ngeliat si Marian masukin tangannya ke arah back of holdingnya, begitu dikeluarin dia nggak megang apa-apa, terus lo nggak tahu dia ngambil apa.
Siapa Grand?
Si Marian.
Mario.
Oh.
Kan senjata lo semua ada di dalam back of holdingnya kan. Ya lo basically sekarang pada bugil semua, lo nggak ada yang pakai armor, lo nggak ada yang megang senjata.
Lady Helena is it fine
Let's
if we
go.
going there?
Tapi loot gue bukan
Gue
emas
bilang
apa gold.
for our good sake, all of you just bring your weapons. I mean, hold your weapons, just your weapons.
Gue bisik-bisik ke gue bisik-bisik ke semua. Gue bisik-bisik ke semua permission to strike. Gue ngasih lihat sleeve gue.
Helena,
Gua ngasih-
could you explain? Gue bilang gitu ke Helena.
No, we don't have.
I have no idea what is going on right now.
We must hurry. Gua bilang-
One quick word. How do you know Stephen?
Putus lagi.
Well, do you know his last name?
No.
No, of course not.
He's Commander Henry's son.
What?
And
Steven
so
Gue nunjuk ke cincinnya Viltus. That was for him.
the ring is inside Grant's back holding, okay?
Yeah, that ring was for him.
Jadi si Stephen ini anaknya Commander Henry.
Yep.
Yep.
Sebentar. Gue pengen ngededu sesuatu. Jangan-jangan kemarin itu yang keluar dari fort ngasih informasi buat ke bandit itu si Commander Henry.
Yep. Anak bapaknya sendiri.
Makanya. Terus yang commander yang penjaganya yang kemarin yang dibunuh langsung itu cuman
agennya Asia.
Bisa juga.
Iya.
Bisa juga.
Gue nanya ke Helena dong. So,
Iya.
do you think Stephen is on good side or bad side?
To be honest, I don't know if there's any good side, if there's any bad side here.
Your side or Viridian side?
And whose side do you think I'm in?
Guys,
Makanya-
either way, if Stephen can get a hold of that weapon, it will be war all over again. We need to stop him now.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I agree.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hold fire. We will wait for your comment, Helena. If it's too long, we will go with our decision.
Yes. So, let's permission to strike.
I mean, at the very least, we should return to the negotiation room.
Yes.
I mean-
Let's go.
He did kill a
Yeah.
couple of the town's guard. Oke, lu semua keluar dari ruangan, lu ngambil senjatanya berarti kan, senjata lu,
Yep.
atau lu pakai armor, take your time pakai armor.
Pakai armor.
Oke,
Nggak usah armor deh kalau kata gue.
15
Gue
menit,
kasih match armor aja.
Ya udah.
Oke.
Match
Udah
armor
masuk ke
instan.
armor. Oke.
Dagger is
berapa sih?
By the way,
Plus
Gua
13 jadi.
ambil rapier aja deh.
Lu bisa ngambil shield,
Oke.
pakai shield nggak pakai waktu kok.
Rapier
Iya,
sama
kalau
longbow.
senjata, shield, bisa lu ambil, kalau armor, lu makan waktu.
Rapier sama longbow.
Oke.
Gua ngambil shield gua.
Oke.
Lagi armor itu 13 plus dex gitu, kalau mau yang.
gua ngelepas
Dex ya.
ngelepas fine mustache, terus gua ambil crossbow.
Itu to be honest, itu udah lepas berapa kali kalau ya gua nggak nge-roleplay orang yang tiap orang ngeliat lu terus dia apa namanya? Iya,
Iya,
capek aja lu
iya
bakalan makan 3 jam sendiri buat komplimen.
Oh ya, nice.
Tapi ya-
Nice mustache.
Iya, basically udah lepas multiple times.
Ya, oke.
Kayaknya sih Pilot nggak
Yang
ambil kepala
mayat-
gitu ya.
Mayat
Itu kayak
di
lebih pas.
Stephen itu mayat Town's Guard atau Viridian Guard?
Town's Guard
Town's
yang
Guard.
diseret masuk.
Viridian.
Viridian.
Bukan militernya.
Bukan militer ya, tapi
Iya,
Town's Guard
orang
biasa.
Viridia lah pokoknya. Town's Guard ya.
Oke.
Oke.
Lu
Tadi
keluar
dia
dari
ngomong,
ruangannya.
Excuse me my lady.
Iya,
Iya.
dia kayak orang jahat yang masuk. Nih, mayat. Oh, sorry ya, maaf ya, ada mayat bentar. Habis itu jalan lagi.
Tapi emang bener ngomong excuse me my lady kan ke Helena?
Iya.
Iya.
I don't know about politics or which side is right, but at the very least I know that weapon cannot be allowed to exist.
Ya,
Terus
kuis.
lu semua lu jalan following the hallway menuju ke arah ruangan negotiation roomnya. Lu ngeliat di situ ada beberapa terutama Marion dengan passive investigation lu lumayan tinggi. Ada beberapa trails of blood, trickles of blood. Itu kayak lu butuh mata yang terbiasa dengan investigasi buat ngeliatnya, jadi kelihatannya kayak serangannya tuh precise. Dan lu bisa ngeliat beberapa trailsnya masuk ke dalam ruangan-ruangannya. Jadi kayaknya along the way sepanjang menuju ke negotiation roomnya, beberapa tahun segar kelihatan udah dibunuh dan disembunyiin ke masing-masing kamarnya. Dan lu ngikutin sampai lu nyampe ke negotiation roomnya, pintunya tuh kebuka. Lu bisa ngeliat di dalam itu ada si Leorin, masih ada si Thibault sama si Marshall Maynard. Mereka kelihatannya pada lagi berdiri. Senjatanya ada yang beberapa yang dikeluarin, cuman ke si Leorin in particular dia nggak cuman kayak kelihatan dia lagi nge-hold spell. Dan lu ngeliat ada beberapa suara dari dalam, dan yang lu recognize itu suaranya si Steven. Terus eventually lu enter the room, beberapa dari mereka kayak ngeliat ke arah lu, terus si Steven juga nge-recognize. So you decided to join our little discussions. Please have a seat. Terus si Steven juga dia kayak main duduk aja di mejanya. Lu ngeliat situ ada beberapa makanan sama ada minuman. Dia langsung ngambil beberapa makanannya sama minumannya. Terus si Marshall Maynard dia langsung kayak teriak, "What is the meaning of this?" Terus si siapa namanya si Stevennya dia ngomong, "Well, seems that all of the party is here for some negotiations, and I decided I would pay a visit and tell you my side of the story and what I need, what I propose in this negotiation as well. Please have a seat." Lo semua ngapain?
Gue jagain.
Gue berdiri aja. Gue berdiri.
Tempat duduknya ada berapa?
Tempat duduknya mah ada lumayan banyak tuh, kayak meja persegi panjang kayak ada cukup belasan orang yang duduk. So far cuma si Thibault, si Leorin, Marshall Maynard sama si Steven, cuman 4 orang sekarang yang lagi duduk situ. Si Helena duduk cuman kayak di kursi belakangnya Leorin.
I want to maintain 20 feet of range maksimal dari si Steven.
Ada layout nggak, Vic? Kasih layout dong biar ada gambaran. Gambar kasar aja. Gambar kasar.
Gambar kasar, oke.
Gue kayaknya di belakang ini aja deh. Gue di belakangnya si... Aduh.
Ya biar bisa ngukur-ngukur.
Iya. Gue di belakangnya si itu aja kayaknya. Si Helena aja kayaknya.
Anjir kok jadi gini dah, Bangs.
Iya anjir, tiba-tiba sih ada si ini.
Nah, lu Vic. Makin bingung anjing.
Politik ini.
Bagus tuh Steven datang ke sini lebih bagus aja.
Iya, kita ketangkep sih. Emang hitam gini?
Ya, ini kan gambar kasar.
Putih puyeng gue.
Oh iya, nggak apa-apa.
Night mode.
Kayaknya ini banget ya, programmer banget sih kayaknya.
Jadinya si Leorin duduk di sini nih. Ini Leorin. Si Helena di sini. Si Steven duduk di sini nih. Si Thibault di sini. Terus si Maynard di sini.
Jarak ini berapa? At least lah dari kita kan, gua assume kita di sini ya. Gua assume kita di sini ya. Nah, jarak dari sini ke sini berapa? Dari sini ke sini berapa? Dari sini ke sini berapa?
Mejanya tuh palingan berapa ya? About 15-20 feet panjangnya.
Oh, satu ruangan ini masih di bawah 60 feet berarti ya?
Iya, ruangannya nggak terlalu besar.
Oke. Good. Let's continue. No, anjir, bunuh diri dong kalau gue fireball. Gak gitu.
Long live the king, fireball.
Hello to the king, door, mati semua seruangan anjir.
Kalau mau gue nyiapin apa dome Strongford.
Lu gila. Ada tetek gitu di room kayak gini anjir.
Fireball.
1 menit lo kayak chanting. Canting kayak witch.
Iya, terus
Salah
harus
satu
ini
wanita.
lagi harus pakai apa? Harus bawa apa namanya gitarnya itu, pakai lute.
Oh iya, lu nggak ada ini ya magic bla-bla-blanya.
Nggak ada.
Arcane.
Harus pakai lute kan soalnya. Arcane apa? Arcane fokusnya harus pakai alat musik.
Ya terus ya itu lo ngeliat yang ada si Steven dia ngebawa 2 orang, si Maynard dia ngebawa 4 orang, si Thibault bawa 2 orang, lo ber-8, lo paling banyak.
9 dong udah sama Helena.
Iya sama Helena ber-9 ya benar. Jadi ada lo kalau di situ aja 8 elf, ada 2 orang yang di bawah si Steven tuh kelihatannya kayak dia pakai plate armor, ngebawa kayak semacam longsword, pakai helm juga, terus pakai hooded cloak warna hitam juga dia. Si Steven dia juga ngomong, since everyone is still here, then I'm guessing the negotiation is still in fact. So let me tell you what I propose. First of all, I want Marshal Maynard here to stop the advances of the Philippine military on the Rippling Isles. And the second, dia ngeliat dari yang pertama dia ngeliat ke si Marshal Maynard, yang kedua dia ngeliat ke si Leorin. I want you to free our king.
Iya. Gua nengok ke Helena kayaknya deh. Gua kayak nengok bentar ke Helena gitu. Habis itu gua lurus lagi.
Oke, ngeliat ke Helena, si Helena ngeliat ke arah lu juga sebentar, terus ngeliat ke arah situ juga. Terus si mereka ngomong, what is the meaning of this? Who are you? You don't have any command over us. Si Steven ngomong, well, you've already know. I've already done such a marvelous display earlier this day. Perhaps you would like to see another demonstration of what I'm capable of. So, I have stated my demands. Unless you want to see another explosions, then perhaps it would be best that you listen to me. Si Marshal Maynard dia kayak sambil ngomong ke salah satu Philippine soldiersnya buat nggak lama
tadi gue
kemudian.
boleh inside check nggak? Yang pas dia ngancem itu bisa apa mau ditembak ke sini gitu. Dia tadi ngancem mau nembak ini kan, kalau apa? Mau nembak gunnya ke sini kan?
Iya, bluffing apa enggak?
Dia nggak bilang arahnya kemana, dia cuma bilang
ada
mau
ledakan.
demonstrasi lagi apa enggak.
Itu bluffing atau enggak? Gue pengen baca deh. Bisa nggak?
Saya cek.
Ma'am, I'm blind.
You believe him. Marian, I mean, he seems confident in what he's saying.
Okay.
Si Marshal Maynard-nya dia ngomong ke ini apa salah satu soldiernya, terus soldiernya salah satunya kayak lari keluar ruangan. I have postponed the advancement of the Philippine military for now. Don't do anything rash. Si Steven-nya dia kayak sambil senyum-senyum, hands cross, kakian naik ke atas meja. Very good. Terus dia nengok ke arah si Leorin. And what about my demands from you? Si Leorin ngomong ke si Steven-nya. I have no idea what you're talking about. The king is currently sitting in his throne in Night Vale.
Inside check.
The king tadi
Inside check with disadvantage.
Si Leorin bilang apa tadi? Sorry.
Rajanya ada di Night Vale.
Oh my god.
Si disadvantage kan ya? Gue kayak
Iya.
Ya karena
dari belakang.
Leorin di depan lu, ya lu ada di belakang.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Oh, Rion mau
20 anjir.
Oh, gue muncul ya bentar ya.
Lucky number
Bentar Sentinel Intuition.
Udah nggak bakal lebih tinggi dari dewe, coy. Udah.
Iya sih.
Udah.
Tapi
Tapi
juga
dia
orang
lebih tinggi
kepo
dari
ya.
lain.
Namanya juga
Lebih tinggi
orang
dari
kepo.
lain.
Anjir, balap-balapan gak tuh?
Balapan ngerol anjir.
Yes, Leorin probably playing dumb.
Oh.
Terus si Stephen yang balas. You know which king I'm talking about.
Bener kan gue? Lu gak percaya sama gue anjing.
Dia ngeliat waktu Witch King itu dia matanya tetap ngarah ke lewat ke arah yang lain.
Stephen check.
Sama dia.
Ayo. Getting
Bikin
curious.
kompleks.
Kenapa berapa? 13.
12.
As far as you can tell, masih ngadep ke arah Leorin.
Okay.
Terus si Leorinnya cuman si Leorinnya so far cuman kayak maintain eye contact, cuman nggak ngomong apa-apa. Terus si Stephennya ngomong, perhaps this is where I made another demonstration if you are not willing to give me what I want. Terus dia kayak ngangkat tangan kirinya sebentar ke salah satu orangnya, itu salah satu orangnya kayak reaching for his pocket yang di belakangnya itu. Terus si Leorin langsung kayak ngeris suaranya, wait, how do you come by this information? Terus si Stephen yang ngomong, I have my own source. I cannot indulge in every question that you have to reveal my informant. Now, would you? Terus si Leorin yang ngomong, if you would dismantle the weapon, then perhaps we can negotiate over it. Terus si Stephen yang ngebalas, in exchange for that, you have my word. We will give you the weapon.
What?
Hah?
Insight check.
Apa dia ngomong apa?
Check.
We will
Insight
give you
check.
Senjatanya mau dikasih ke elf.
Elf, tapi
Insight
bukan ke Virdia, ke elf.
Ke elf.
Makin paling kecil insight-nya si Viltus.
Padahal plus 7 anjir lu.
Makanya.
Makanya.
Ya nggak hoki. Udah.
Iya,
I mean,
lagi
yeah.
nggak hoki.
As best as you can tell, she's telling the truth.
Damn.
Selalu ngeliat si Leorin, dia kayak senderan, hands crossed, kelihatannya kayak dia lagi mikir keras. Terus eventually dia kayak akhirnya dia kayak ngangkat kepalanya, terus dia ngomong ke si Stephen, how can I contact you? Si Stephen dia kayak dari yang smirking, lu bisa ngeliat dia kayak senyum sampai kelihatan giginya, kelihatannya kayak dia seneng banget. Terus dia kayak nyuruh salah satu orangnya yang ada di belakangnya, orangnya kayak ngejalan, ngedeket, terus dia kayak ngasih suatu kertas ke si Leorin.
Nomor HP anjing.
Yoi, nomor HP, email.
Nah, panjang alamat sekalian tuh.
Terus nggak lama kemudian si Stephen dia berdiri. Well, thank you for the fruitful negotiations, my Lord Leorin. We await your words at most 3 days from now. Otherwise, there will be another demonstrations. Then, if you will excuse me, si Stephen eventually jalan keluar dari ruangan diikutin sama 2 orang ya. Terus sih gak lama kemudian begitu dia keluar, the room's filled with silence. Lo bisa ngeliat si Maynard, dia kelihatannya kayak kesel mukanya. Si Leorin dia cuman kayak lost in thoughts. Sementara si Thibault dia kelihatannya kayak bingung, kayak dia ngerasa out of place gitu. Kelihatannya anjir, gue kok ada di sini, ngapain gue di sini. Terus gak lama kemudian si Maynardnya dia kayak ngebanting kursinya sambil berdiri, langsung storm out dari ruangan. Terus si kalau mau kemudian si T-Bot kayak ngeliat kanan kiri ceringuk udah nggak ada orang, tinggal dulu doang Elven Company. Dia langsung sambil ngeliat kelihatan kayak bingung, dia langsung lari keluar juga.
Marshallnya juga
Tinggal
lari.
Si
Marshall
Manornya
keluar
Marshall
duluan.
Maynard ya.
udah keluar duluan.
Dia paling pertama keluar
Iya
kan.
betul keluar. Terus di
Kedua dong. Pertama si Stephen dulu dong.
Iya, si Steven, Maynard,
Terus
habis itu si
Steven.
T-Bot keluar.
sisa Elven.
Tinggal lo sama Leorin.
Damn.
Leonin, do you want to know who the hell that person is?
I was right then. Helena. I was right.
Helena.
Si Helena
I
cuman
think
kayak
I think the question,
dulu.
I think my question is spot on, huh?
Of all the people, I got it.
But Leorin, I know who the hell is that person.
Kenapa? Putus-putus.
Leorin, at least some of us know a bit about who is that person is.
Maksud lu si Steven?
Yes. Or maybe you already know him.
Don't know him personally. I mean, I would guess that he's one of this terrorist group that occupies the Rippling Isles. But I'm afraid I have some preparations to make, if you will. I must excuse myself. Terus kelihatannya dia kayak kecapean, dia berdiri, terus dia langsung keluar.
I thought you're going to make them bleed. But it turns out you're accepting their condition.
Ngeliat si Leorinnya cuman kayak berhenti sebentar, nengok ke belakang, terus lanjut jalan lagi. Si Helenanya langsung, well, that went well.
Really well, to be honest. No, that's not honest at all.
So that means our job is done.
What is your job? I mean, you still have you're still a wanted man. But I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm worried about Leonin.
One thing though, you guys know that Stephen is the son of the commanders.
Did you tell us?
It's not. Does it not strong enough to be a proof?
For the commander.
They don't need proof. Stephen is brave enough. I mean, that's
for the Viridian military.
The proof that the hand-free is in fact mass producing warforged in their castle. So.
And related to Viridian military is working with them and directly. Some of them actually, not all of them.
It seems that the terrorists and the Viridian military is not really connected, but we know that the Fort Magnolia fort, since Stephen is the son of Henry, as we deduced it earlier, perhaps we can use the fact that it's a proof, bukti kalau mereka tuh ada, waktu itu kita masuk sana tuh mass produce warforged gitu loh. Karena ya emang ternyata satu fort itu komandernya si Henry itu leadernya, karena si Stephen aja anaknya gitu loh. Jadi wajar dong kalau kita wary waktu kita masuk trespassing. Well, but that's another problem, since if it's correct, then the weapon will fall into Arenasian's hand then, if the deal goes through.
How do we clear our name? I think we're fugitives now.
Clearing our names, at least for me, it's not the priority right now. The priority is that weapon. If that weapon falls into whatever hand, it can be used for war. And we don't know what Stephen has. in his pocket yet. He has plans. Or else, why would he hand over that powerful thing? He wants something out of that. And that's not its power. He wants something other than the destructive power of that weapon. Helena, do you know anything about the king that they're talking about? It seems that our question earlier regarding the kings that's been, said by the people who wants rebellion. Do you know who he is?
I asked you the question earlier. Maksudnya ini nggak sih apa advantage nggak sih? Karena kan gue udah nanya tadi.
Tadi lu bilang apa, Fit?
No.
Oke, ya udah.
Persuasion check.
Persuasion check. Oke.
Advantage horror. Hahaha.
Sayangnya gue yang awal ya.
Ayo, let's go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Five.
Lebih gede.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Oke lah. Oke.
It's very good.
Lu liat dia kayak nge-sigh, heavy sigh. Maybe there is some truth to what Steven said, but what is it to you? What is it to your group? Does it matter which king sits on the throne?
It's not the matter of which king sits on the throne. What's matter is Stephen's plan is sure to erupt the war once again. And at the very least, I want to stop that from happening. If we can reduce their plans,
Well,
whatever they can do, we can stop before they can do anything about that.
I'm sorry to become a donor here, but we could see from Hermitan's side that whatever they done is a count as an aggression.
So,
By attacking the floating island, that could become their casus belli to attack the other side.
indeed. If you try to go to the Rippling Isles, if you manage to go there in the first place, it's crawling with the Ridden military at the moment. And they know you, they were looking for you. So fight is inevitable unless you have other means to get in.
There is an element of surprise. Steven never knew that we were here. We could be the agent of chaos to wreak havoc on Steven's plans. They would never know that we were coming. You can put out a word. You can put out a word that you're also looking for us. That the RNS Empire considers us criminals as well.
Yeah, but
You
the
can-
problem still remains because we don't have any way to go to Rippling Isles in the first place. We need to solve that problem first.
I doubt that Stephen didn't know that we are here. I mean, hearing our name is already panicking people, I guess. Because we are that famous now. Yeah, in a negative way. So,
A fugitive.
only
Infamous.
infamous.
Yeah.
Okay. Only a small amount of Wishbringer things could bring this bird information anywhere. Kabar burung, by the way.
But information. Oh.
But information
But
anjing.
information.
Gue bingung.
Iya, gue juga tadi bingung kayak bird information apaan. Oh,
Okay.
make sense.
Udah
Kimsey
pasti.
gitu kali maksud tuh ya.
Bird news, bird news.
Bird
Tweet,
news,
tweet,
tweet. Ya, Twitter aja jadinya.
Twitter aja deh, di post ya biasanya kan.
Okay, so at the very least, the town's guard and the army knows that we are inside the copper building. At the very least, they know that.
Yeah, as far as we can tell, yeah.
So it's clear that.
Hand free.
What do you mean?
Just tell the marshal, this guy, is coming and do all this.
Putus.
Suara putus.
Halo sekarang. Aduh.
Putus.
Halo, gimana sekarang?
Masih
Putus.
putus, Pak.
sekarang
Sama.
Nah, mendingan.
Makin parah,
Tadi
makin
udah
parah.
mendingan.
sekarang
Oke.
Sekarang udah.
best
GG.
Iya,
Parah.
putus
Udah
lagi.
hilang.
Putus lagi. Hilang, sudah hilang.
Udah. Videonya berhenti sudah.
Well,
I think I know a bit about what inside Miltonius. Maybe Miltonius want us to tell the manner that the people that suddenly, the person that suddenly come in front of us is the son of Henry.
yeah, that's the good point.
can we use the sending then? Perhaps Filtus
To
already
whom?
di
To whom? To Gabinus.
apa? Bukan no. We can communicate with the siapa tadi namanya yang Marshall. We can use sending to him, right?
No. That's not good. That's NG. That's NG. Not good. That's not good.
Because if we can provide the informations and then we can go to then perhaps we can communicate about what's going on.
Oh,
If you're
Just-
trying to take a risk, yes.
oh no, I'm just out of curiosity. I'm asking Helena. So, can you borrow us one of your boat? I mean, is there any available boat at the moment?
I don't have boats. I went here borrowing Leorin's Griffin. Well, yeah, we have both, but it's way over in Nihilist Isles. It will take several days for it to get here.
So,
Oh yeah, one thing for sure that if we are going to the Olympic Isles, if they found out that we are there, there's a chance that they will use the weapon again.
You ask me, very high. I mean,
So
But why the man that doesn't know that Stephen is the son of Humphrey?
well, nobody knows him really. I mean, aside from the people in the fitted in the Fort Magnolia. I mean, you don't go around telling everyone that you have a son. You don't advertise your son unless you have specific ideas in mind. Some of the people know Stephen were his son, but you know,
not
Fair
everyone.
enough.
not
Fair
everyone.
enough. Fair enough.
So what do we do?
If we're going to Rippling Isles, then it will risk, the gun will go off again, and perhaps we'll shoot one of the Erenasian Sky Castle because, well, people know that we are affiliated with Erenasia.
They'd know my name. They would hold my family for contempt. They would suspend all my businesses.
And secondly,
That's my worry.
secondly, because they know that we are helping the Air because they know that Air help us and we help them several times. They could add that as a taxes barely because or aggression from the Air to Viridian.
This is wrong.
Kasus belli, alasan.
Iya, ngerti gue apa? Sorry, roleplay. Gue kayak klaim nggak ngerti.
Itu bahasa primordial. Lo ada yang speak primordial gitu.
Ya, gue enggak sih, gue
enggak.
Yeah, kasus belly, so basically a reason for them to go to war, like a legit reason.
Yes. Right now, the one who have the perfect reason for that is Erenasian. because at least they know that this Stephen is doing something for Viridian.
Military.
Their Viridian.
Yeah. And not to mention right now, but if we go on the replaying out that their casus belli, it will still be going, but
If we're going to there, the Viridian could retort that
it's really
we
complicated.
have alienation, so they could think that we doing aggression there.
At first I just want to destroy this weapon, and it turns out everything is connected like a
Noodle. It's like a noodle.
Kenapa mie anjir?
No,
It's-
because it's
well-
complicated. It's tangling. It's a
It's
noodle.
tangling
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's tangling
Ini kita
everywhere.
sekarang di ruangan negosiasinya apa di mana, Vic? Posisinya lagi
Di
ngobrol.
negotiation room.
Berarti sisa kita bersembilan.
Iya.
Can we go see at either Marshall or Leorin? They probably need our help.
Gua nanya gini deh ke Helena. From 1 to 10, how much do you trust Leorin?
Why it feels like the deja vu? Oh, okay, go ahead, answer it.
Say probably.
Kamu tadi bilang gua putus.
8.
8.
Oh.
And by that means it's like can we just get out of this place first? I mean,
Should we have a talk with Leorin then? I
Yeah.
think Leorin is going to. He said he's going to do something. He's going to have some preparations, right?
before
Said
that,
I
Helena, do you know anything about this? I will not proceed about the details, but do you know, like, Leorin captive hold of their king?
It's not Leorin personally. It was the elves.
Alright, so I guess you know this.
So the elves, the Viridian wants their king back, and then they.
Well, not the previous king. He's dead. I mean, he's really dead.
Yeah, the king. But yeah, I know you're hesitant to tell us the name of the king, and I don't think I want to force you to tell us that, because all I want to know is how do we go to Rippling Isles, destroy that weapon without invoking another war.
Well, if you want my honest opinion, war is coming one way or another. The question is,
When?
which faction do you want to see coming ahead?
And when?
War has brought a misfortune to everyone.
But war also bring fortune for everyone too, right?
For certain people.
Guys, sorry metagaming. Gue lagi goblok banget. Gue habis ngusap-ngusap minyak kayu putih pakai tangan kanan ke perut. Terus gue ngusap mata gue pakai tangan kanan. I can't see anything.
Lu mulai sekarang perception check disadvantage ya?
Iya.
Okay.
Gue aja nggak tahu. I can't open my eyes. I'm fucked. Oh, fake. What do I see?
Coba rendam mata lu deh pakai minyak kayu putih.
Oke.
Lu kalau mandi lu ntar. Goblok banget anjing.
So how about it, guys? Just get out of this place while we are kayak Miltonus ngomong pakai tangan gitu, safe to get out of here at this time.
At the very least. Yes.
Sorry. If I'm not wrong, you were looking to go to the Boundless Enclave, right? There is still time if you want to do that.
As much as I would like to go to the Boundless Enclave, I owe Baron Gervais few things. And we already promised him
Okay,
people of our grave.
then Liam, I have a question to you.
How do we go to Rippling Isles?
No. I have a question to everyone here. Are you ready if we accidentally go to war?
I hate saying this, but as Lena said earlier, I always suggest averting my eyes from the truth. She said that war is going to happen one way or another,
I'm back.
and I believe she is right. But I'm still looking for a solution that how all of this will not escalate into war again. You guys know what happened 20 years ago, right? Before
Yeah, yes,
the war.
I know.
I believe
Yes, I know it really well, Lion. I see a lot of people die. I bring them to the grave. I
Well,
know.
doesn't tell me much. I
Me and my group is the one who do a lot at the war to help the preservation one to send those people who died to the grave.
because of that.
I'm
Yes, sorry. You go.
that's why I know war is bad. Yeah, war is bad, but sometimes it will give fortune to the other.
Well, I mean, if it's war, then probably the mercenary guild will be open again, and then there will be more jobs for us. But I don't think there will be any because we'd be fugitives anyway. Who do we run to? I think please. I know I seem pessimist, but one option that is very very viable is that we run away forever.
One thing before we goes further. Do Leorin still want to destroy the island tomorrow?
I will speak to him. I think he needs a moment himself right now. But I will speak to him of what are his intentions.
No, if he still have to destroy the island, I guess it's a reset. I mean, they need to gather all of the things again.
Well, the thing is, it's already out of the bag that the elves currently have in captive what was to be the rightful heir to the throne, and Marshal Maynard was present during the negotiations earlier. Hard to say how the Viridian military will react to that.
Yeah, that's true though.
They might want the same thing. They might even now align with the terrorist group.
Personally, I don't have any more questions to you. I think we should just, take some time, think this through. Let's not make any hasteful decisions. Well, let's go back to my place.
Okay. Yeah, I think
What
that
are you going to do
that
after
would be a
this,
good
Helena?
idea. Just lay low for a bit, assess the situation, and do some brainstorm. I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Lime?
What are you going to do after this, Helena?
To be honest, I don't know. I'm just surprised that your group cared so much about what happens.
We all have a stake in this. You know my grandfather. You know what he's capable of. Lime has a family in Willtown. Filtus and his order. Falt and his family.
Unfortunately for
And
me, my order doesn't care about it at all.
yeah, but death and some things, the Tessellite, I mean, it's pretty much made of souls. And Gran and his family, we're pretty much in this together, Helena. And now we have reached a stalemate, and I wish to have a hot bath, or at least a warm lounge where we can just sit around and then play. Gue mau lihat di ruangan ada botol wine atau liquor gitu nggak?
Easily enough itu satu tempat kayak udah siapin buat makanan gitu. Ya ada beberapa botol wine, ale, segala macam makanan juga ada di situ.
Terus gue kayak nunjuk, hey Val, grab some liquor, I'll get the wine. Let's
Sure.
just wind down. Let's just wind down for tonight.
Sure. Kayak langsung ambil beberapa, dimasukin ke kantong, udah.
Masukin tas.
I think I will ask one by one about what's their plan later on. Is that fine with all of you?
Sure.
Right now?
Maybe some of you will right now. If some of you doesn't want to talk now, I will ask later on.
Maybe later, tomorrow morning. Let's give them time to think. We also need time to think. This has been a crazy day for all of us.
I guess we cannot be here. I mean, we cannot roam around anywhere. Maybe the safest place only your place.
Yeah. Come on, let's go. Helena, look for the building with the LD on it. We'll be there. Tell Erin as well.
How about the corpse?
Very well.
I mean, come on, it's too much for one day, Lime. Let's just wind down for a moment.
Yes,
Wait.
I'm sure the Watermaster will take care of the corpses.
Nice.
The corpse here.
Tapi aman dulu.
Okay, jadinya Valt lu bisa tulis itu ada 3 botol wine.
Kalau ini kan Google Drive
yang lu ambil.
Itu otomatis itu.
Otomatis.
Okay, in the meantime, lu keluar ruangan,
Masuk ke yang baru kan.
diikutin sama Helena. Sampai eventually lu nyampe ke lantai bawah, ke depan pintu masuknya. I would say karena Marian lu yang nge-lead tim lu buat pergi, make a perception check.
What?
Marian perception
Lain
check.
lagi nunduk doang, jadi dia nggak lihat apa-apa juga basically kok.
Default.
Ya, yang lain
Dia udah
lagi
capek. Dia udah capek buat kayak aduh ini kenapa
Gue udah
sih?
capek.
Kayak
Gue udah
gini,
capek
gitu.
banget. Gue udah capek banget.
Enggak, itu
What
gara-gara
happened?
minyak kayu putih tuh fix.
Iya.
Begitu lu keluar, lu semua udah kecapean semua, jadi lu ngebuka pintunya, lu keluar dari ruangannya. Dan begitu, unfortunately lu nggak ngeliat waktu keluar, dan begitu lu semua udah in plain view, lu ngeliat the front hall of the apa sih namanya, kayak halaman depannya, sama lu ngeliat pintunya tuh kebuka, pintu depan dari Copper Palace-nya, dan lu ngeliat situ ada multiple Viridian military soldiers.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Nah,
Roll
begitu
inisiatif.
lu
Kurang
keluar,
ajar lu, Fik.
mereka ngeliat, mereka notice lo notice mereka, dan lo ngedengar salah satu dari mereka teriak, think there they are. Terus mereka langsung kayak nyuruh go. Lo ngeliat ada beberapa orangnya mulai lari ke arah lo. Apa yang lo lakukan?
Lari juga.
Then ayo quick time event.
Event.
Lari juga sih paling.
Lari kemana? Sekarang nih
Gue boleh nanya dulu nggak, ada berapa orang kira-kira yang kayak berapa banyak orang gitu segala macam?
Oke, lu bisa pakai action lu buat perception check. Jadi
Action.
kita sekarang udah
Inisiatif
turn
lagi.
based.
Oh shit.
Actually yes, let's roll initiative.
Not good.
No. Pas mereka lari,
Ya ampun, udah 18 keempat balik gitu kayak
aduh,
kanan
elah.
terus kiri aja. Gue bingung lah. Ini nggak di pojok, kenapa bisa begitu?
Bentar, mana ya?
Gue butuh icon karakter which is tanpa Zuzu.
Anjir jelek banget.
Anjing.
Tadi hampir kena berapa tuh? 19. Udahlah.
Add kok nggak ada pilihannya? Ethan. Berapa? Filtus berapa?
11.
11. Fault.
Fault fault berapa anjir? Lah, 6. Gue pikir nggak keluar.
Miltonius.
Filtus 14 bukan?
Hah? Oh, 14. Miltonius berapa?
Aduh,
Aduh,
battle song.
Filtus yang 14.
Itu 14.
Oke. Oh, salah.
Dia
Bukan
BTW
ini.
dia tahu kita dari mana? Apa dia pada punya true sight?
Ya kan?
Cepuk lah, dicepuin Steven lah.
Oh iya, kan itu sih penampilan video dia kan?
Iya.
Masih penampilan
Indonesia,
Masih Alf.
Ya udah diem aja. Ya diem aja, gue sih diem aja. Gue sih personally, gue mau diem aja, kayak mau ngapain diem aja.
Diam aja kok gitu.
Diem aja.
Tadi apa? Dia bilang apa? Yang orang-orangnya bilang itu mereka tuh gitu ya?
Ya udah diem aja.
Iya diam aja.
Iya diem aja.
Kita nggak perlu ngomong kan? Iya.
Ya diem aja.
Oke. Sebentar ya, gue ngambil token mereka.
Ada
Oke, ini aja.
berapa sih? 4 ya? Apa 8? Apa lebih?
Ethan, untungnya mereka rendah boro 5.
Nice. Oh di bawah kita coy.
Miltonius berapa Miltonius?
7.
Berapa?
Gak ada suaranya Raf.
Terapi
7.
lain rapi 7. Marion 11.
11. Grand
20.
set.
Keren paling tinggi.
Rider 20 juga. Oh ya, Altarin.
Aduh, gue lupa Altarin.
Oh iya Altarin. Suruh dia stand down aja ya. Ngerti lah dia.
Iya.
Ikutin your lead.
Jadi kita kayaknya perlu employ beberapa orang lagi deh. Sepertinya berguna buat mereka.
Iya, kita kan juga apa? Ya, setidaknya gue udah janji mau bebasin temannya si Altarin juga.
Iya sih.
Setting top of the round, Grand sama Strider. Lo ngeliat ada lumayan banyak Red Soldiers udah jalan ke arah lo. Sekarang lo lagi ada di depan pintu Copper Palace. Apa yang lo lakukan?
Oke, Grand nembakin sesuatu ke arah soldiernya itu. Tapi ntar dulu, areanya kayak gimana, Fik?
Lu gimana sih? Lu nggak dengar kita tadi ngomong apa? Sorry.
Lu ngomong soal tadi.
Lu lagi di sini nih. Lu lagi di depan Copper Palace. Mereka soldiersnya tuh ada di barisan sini.
Oke.
Ada di depan hallway-nya. Mereka kayak palingan about 40 feet di depan lo lagi lari ke arah lo.
Itu kan ada gate gitu kan, Fik?
Ada gate-nya kebuka.
Oke. Ya, basically di depan gate-nya gua kesini.
Radiusnya berapa? 10 feet.
20.
Oke, lumayan banyak. Oke, itu di turn mereka kan ya? Oh ya, mereka berarti udah ketangkep. Ya, would say kalau 20 feet lumayan banyak. Kayak ada 6 orangan gitu. Tanet di gateway-nya. Ada beberapa orang yang udah ada di dalam.
Ada yang udah ada di dalam? What?
Udah ada yang di dalam. Jadi ada yang di depan, ada yang di gate, ada yang di luar gate.
Oke. Terus habis itu Grand bilang kayak run guys, run gitu. Terus habis itu Strider protect Vault.
Oke. Terus lu lari kemana?
Ntar dulu, tadi soldiernya ada di arah mana aja, Vic? Saya kasih tanda.
Soldiernya so far yang lu lihat ada di pintu, ada di depan hallway sini sama di pintu. Sekarang ada di depan pintu masuk Copper Palace-nya.
Yang lu bilang ada soldier lain tuh nggak kedengeran ya sama Grand dari arah mana ya? Kanan kiri?
Soldiernya yang lu lihat cuma itu doang, di depan lo, di pintu sama di luar pintu. Di luar pintu ini pintu gerbang tembok.
Oh, yang depan gerbangnya ada soldier juga?
Beberapa yang udah di dalam.
Yang udah di dalam. Ya, ya basically Grand ngejaga arah soldier datang yang dari dalam kan, yang dari luar tadi udah dikasih web, jadi yang dari dalam Grand coba try to hold them off, tapi sambil ini juga sambil nyuruh temennya lari. Jadi intinya gini, Vic, ini kan yang sebelah kiri web tuh, sebelah kiri web. Terus habis itu ya temen di tengah nggak tahu mau lari ke arah mana. Nah terus habis itu ada Grand. Nah habis Grand baru ada soldier yang lari dari arah kanan gitu. Kebayang nggak, Vic? Apa perlu gua gambar?
Enggak, yang di kanan lu nggak ada soldier. Jadi lu baru keluar dari Copper Palace nih di X. Begitu lu keluar di sini nih, gue kasih warna apa ya? Warna biru deh. Di sini udah ada soldiernya nih. Di yang bagian biru udah ada soldiernya.
Oh,
sisanya
gitu, yaudah.
arah kiri. Jadi soldiernya tuh ada di bagian kiri semua. Yang bisa lo lihat.
Gitu. Oh yaudah, oke. Berarti urutannya yang tadi di web kan yang hijau. Terus itu yang biru kan udah ada di dalam ya. Nah terus Grand standing between si biru sama X, berarti kan teman-temannya kan kayak run guys gitu. I'll try to hold them off. Gitu.
Okay.
Ya tapi nggak tahu nih di party mau lari ke arah mana. Pokoknya intinya gitulah. Urutannya kayak gitu posisinya kurang lebih. Oke.
Gue rollnya jelek-jelek banget. Oke, descending. Oke, itu tanda Grand. Si Stridernya mau digerakin apa nggak?
Si Stridernya, ya pokoknya kalau bisa Grand paling depan. Grand paling depan dari partinya. Strider tuh ada di depan, pokoknya pastiin ada di depannya si Valde, Miltonius sama Viltus deh, gitu. Kalau bisa mungkin posisinya kayak gitu.
Viltus.
He stay.
Kenapa?
He stay.
Oke.
He stay. Tangan ke belakang kayak udah siap kalau boleh tangkap kayak. Here I come.
Marian.
Gue bakal jalan ke sebelah Grand. Gue bakal naruh tangan gue di pundak dia. Terus gue geleng-geleng. Terus gue kayak, it's okay, we're in this together. Terus gue kayak tangan gue extend ke depan kayak, terus gue ibaratnya kayak ini kalau mau tangkap aja gitu loh.
Okay.
And my turn.
Next tanda Helena di belakang lo semua. Dia ngeliat Kejadian army march forward. Dia juga awalnya udah taken kayak ready stance. Dia ngeliat Grand casting net. Dia ngeliat anjirnya orang masih kelihatan kayak elven soldiers. Dia pakai actionnya buat ngedrop. Pokoknya dia ngedrop illusionnya. Jadi sekarang lu udah kelihatan sebagai apa namanya? Kayak badan lu kayak Wishbringer lagi. Dan dia bakalan pakai actionnya buat stealthily masuk ke dalam ruangan. Dia nggak mau kelihatan. Miltonius, ada yang mau lo lakukan? Dia mesti connect nggak?
Ya, Vi, silakan, Vi.
Nggak ada
Suara gue kedenger.
Udah denger.
Bagus. GG.
Hilang lagi tiba-tiba.
Kalau dulu aja gimana? Kalau gitu, 117.
Iya bebas. Ya udah selesai aja dulu. Dex lu lebih tinggi juga.
Makanya indeksnya si lain lebih gede ya.
Iya.
Apa itu yang tadi ngomong another jail I guess.
Oke. Lain
Kayak dia begitu keluar ngeliatin orang ininya gitu kayak oh iya ya mereka di luar ya gitu kan. Terus tuh ngeliatin Helena kayak sembunyi lagi kayak may we better I hope we can meet again next time. Terus tuh yaudah dia jalan keluar aja gitu kayak jalan nyantai.
Oke. Fault
pas lagi jalan gitu, tiba-tiba kan badannya berubah, dia kayak really at this time. Terus kayak dia kayak pasrah, terus dia kayak gini, kayak blow kiss ke Helena pas dia sebelum itu. See you, love.
Roll persuasion check.
Really? At this time Fault?
Ya kan kayak ya udahlah, ya sudahlah gitu loh, kayak mau diapain lagi. Mampus tinggi.
Masih sempet loh, masih sempet.
Kayak
Di bawah
see you,
10
love.
padahal.
Tapi 8. 18 fik.
Oke, itu fault. Terus cuman lo ngeblow kiss. Lo ngeliat si Helena, dia kayak fading in stealthily masuk ke dalam Copper Palace-nya lagi.
Yep.
Kayak Homer semak-semak gitu. Sorry.
So, lu ngeliat situ yang di dalam gate-nya ada about 5 Viridian soldiers yang udah di dalam. Lu ngeliat ada kurang lebih ada 6 kejebak di gate-nya, tiba-tiba ada web. Mereka gak bisa bergerak. Yang lainnya yang di luar mereka kayak ngebantuin mereka buat ngelepas sampai eventually mereka lepas. Cuman yang 5 yang udah di dalam mereka kayak nge-raise their musket ke arah lo dan mereka minta lo buat surrender. Si Alvarin dia kayak bingung dan dia udah ready mau fight juga, dia udah ngeluarin swordnya dia, cuman ngeliat lu pada menyerah dia kayak ngebanting senjata ke bawah juga. Oke, tinggal Gren, ada lagi yang mau lu lakukan apa?
Oke.
Tin Man.
Halo, Tin Man.
Sorry lupa ke-mute. Ya, apa namanya? Ngelihat yang lainnya ini apa surrender kayak ya Grand basically cuman masukin lagi ke back of holdingnya senjatanya. Terus tapi tetap berdiri di depannya kayak terus bilang ke yang megang musket itu if you wanna hurt these people you have to stand before me, just kill me and leave them alone, kata Grand gitu sambil berdiri di depan.
Oke, karena yang lainnya udah menyerah, mereka bakalan ya pakai actionnya mereka basically buat apprehending all of you, kecuali ada yang mau nge-resist.
Gue boleh ini nggak ngomong satu, kan si Alvarin tadi banting senjatanya kan ya? Well, I'm sorry Alvarin, but I think it went back to your original plan to be captured by Viridia, right? Just that gitu.
Very funny.
I'm not trying. Actually, I'm trying to be positive here. Sebenarnya ditangkap-tangkapin gitu, but it's
This is the fourth time that we are in jail.
Fik,
We'll survive this.
Mau di penjara.
Mau ini Fik, gue mau sulap-sulap sleight of hand tips tools gue mau gue conceal. Celana kayak di rambut kayak.
Karena lu lagi dalam proses apprehension, sleight of hand with disadvantage.
I don't fucking care. I mean.
I don't fucking care.
I don't care.
Mereka
Don't care.
total tinggi, cuman masih di bawah 20. Berhasil nge-hide ini Thieves Tools.
Mhm.
You were taken captive, senjata lo dilunjutin.
Except dagger gue enggak kan concealed. Nat1 lo tadi concealment gue.
Tadi 27. Dan gue bakalan roll investigation buat mereka sekarang. Mereka nge-frisk lo semua. Oke. Roll
Nggak
natural
mungkin.
20.
Nat1 versus Nat1 gimana? Yang lebih gede dong berarti skornya.
Lo nggak natural 20 way.
Enggak, concealment gue natural 20 tadi. Dagger.
Oh yang pertama
Iya,
ya?
dagger awal ya.
Dagger 27 tadi gue.
Tapi yang
Dagger
pistolnya
lo-
ketahuan.
Thieves Tools-nya ketahuan. Dia kayak abis nge-frisk lo, Thieves Tools-nya diambil sama mereka, cuman dagger-nya mereka nggak nemu. Jadi basically
Oke.
ya, equipment lu diambil semua sama mereka. Dan ya basically itu si Strider-nya dia nyuruh Grant buat
Disuruh
nge-running quest. Mereka nyuruh Grant buat basically nyuruh si Strider-nya supaya comply. Grant, lu oke apa enggak? Mereka nyuruh Strider cuma ngikutin inian lu doang kan. Guardnya soldiernya mereka kayak ngedorongin Strider buat ngikutin jalan, cuma dia nggak mau jalan, jadi dia minta punya.
Dalam hati Grand sebenarnya seneng gitu, kayak mampus lo, nggak bisa kan lo mampus lo. Nah, habis berapa lama dia kayak batuk-batuk.
Jangan ketawa itu.
Strider
Yakin
follow
banget.
me gitu.
Gue sambil
Guardnya
dibawa
kayak
nanya ke guard.
pasang.
Oh, so how much time do we have? Gue bilang.
Terus dia kayak ketawa sebentar. Not long.
Oh shit.
Cool. I wait for that.
Master Barak di sini. Di penjara, lu yang dibawa ke sebuah sel yang nggak jauh beda sama dungeonnya Fort Magnolia. Dan ya lu dipasang di multiple jail cells, lu sendiri di jail cell satu-satu, termasuk si Strider juga. Dia walaupun dia construct tapi dia kayak tangannya di bound juga dan dimasukin ke satu penjara sendiri.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Aduh, ini kenapa kita jadi rainbow terus nih?
Oh, making song about this. Yeah, I think I can make a living from
Black
that. Yeah, I can make a living from that. I'd love to. You know, once I got my loot back, I'm going to make a song about this. I think the title will be Wishbringer Prison. What do you think?
You can just sing it like a cappella.
Ya udah, oke deh. Sure, why not?
Oh, because there's no instrument in the prison.
Yeah.
Do you know that one high elf? Do you know that one high elf? Like that lived to be like 1,000 years old. That he's really pale, likes to dance. You know, what's his name? Michael Jackson.
Who's that? Never heard of him.
Yeah, I mean he makes. Yeah, you know he makes music without instruments. He just like acapellas the instrument, like that's how he makes music.
Good idea.
I met him, so
I'll do
I
it.
don't know.
I'll do it in the prison.
Anyway, since we're here right now, again.
Again.
Penjara beda-beda.
Teriak gue,
Maksudnya,
kita teriak gak sih?
prison lagi gitu loh, prison lagi. So I believe they will keep us here for a few days, and then there is a chance that we can talk with them after a few days, unless we were immediately killed. Just
like
Efek barang-barang ditelanjangin semua berarti.
Iya, lu cuman ada baju kaos biasa dan Marian punya dagger, udah itu aja.
Gak ada tips tuh lagi.
Amulet gue juga.
Iya, semuanya di Googlein. Basically lo kayak Skyrim Prisoner.
Tapi gue arcane fokus gue masih bisa kan, ada kan?
Nggak ada, diambil semua.
Aduh.
Yeah.
Gua masih ada arcane fokus, tapi cuma buat spell-spell tertentu doang.
Iya, kalau itu nggak bisa diambil sama mereka.
We're
Bener-bener
betting
nggak
our
ada.
chance to be able to talk with the Viridian military then.
Ya, gue ada beberapa juga sih yang bisa.
Aku cuman bisa yang voice doang, paling yang ngejek doang.
I can do stab.
I just sleep now.
Ya kecuali ada yang mau lo lakukan, eventually Night's Fall.
Itu kan jam berapa? Tadi pas kita ditangkap.
Hard to say. Tadi udah gelap. Pas lo keluar dari Copper Palace udah gelap.
Udah gelap. Ya udah, sebelum tidur gue pengen coba bikin lagu dulu deh, itu yang clap a cappella. Wishbringer Prison or Life in Prison. I don't know. 4 times prison.
Lo General Charisma check.
Charisma. Tada.
Prison Bringer.
Why not?
Prison Bringer.
Prison Bringer.
Ya,
Escape Plan tau gak sih lu film Escape Plan?
Arnold.
Oh,
Prison Break.
Prison Break.
Prison Break.
Maksudnya lu nyoba acapella masih agak abal, cuman ya you're getting there.
Yeah, sure. I have a few days to perfect this music, so why not?
Oke. Sampai eventually lu ngerasa udah waktunya buat istirahat. Jadinya ada yang mau lu lakukan in between atau kita fast forward sampai
kita boleh ngomong-ngomong nggak ya gue mulai dong, ada penjaganya nggak sekitar sana?
Perception check.
Perception check. Gini aja bagus nggak dari tadi?
Oke.
Ya?
Itu jadinya tuh kayak ada satu hallway dan lu semua penjaranya tuh kayak ada jadi jalanannya itu ada di tengah dan di kanan kirinya itu penjara-penjaranya, cuman dipisahin sama jeruji-jeruji besi doang. Ya kondisi penjaranya nggak jauh beda sama yang di Fort Magnolia. Lu di situ cuman ada satu bucket, satu kayak wooden stool kecil sama tempat tidurnya dari jerami. Cuman selain itu ya itu lu di-shackle di tangan lu sama anehnya di sini sekarang lu nggak di-shackle, untungnya lu nggak di-shackle di leher lu, jadinya lu masih bisa ngomong. Dan di situ ada satu penjaga.
Penjaganya manusia apa Warforged?
As best as you can tell, katanya Viridian soldier. Di posisinya tuh gue make yang di sini aja. Ya kurang lebih tuh penjaranya mirip kayak gini.
Shit, here we go again, literally sekarang.
Iya, kurang lebih. Posisinya tuh kayak gini, jadi lu dibawa ke satu penjara.
Tadi gue di sini ngeliat ada itu.
Satu.
Ada apa? Ada meja yang sama. Aduh.
Nggak, jadinya cuman ada satu penjaga di tempatnya Altarin gitu. Di pintu keluarnya ada di satu jalan, jadi satu penjaganya ya di tempat Warforce-nya itu yang dulu waktu di Fort Magnolia ada di tempatnya situ, jadi ada satu penjaga di situ. Viridian soldier. Jadinya ya itu ada yang mau keep watch atau kita bakal lu bisa
bodoh long restnya bodoh.
Gue mau itu dulu.
Oke, lu long rest.
Sebelum itu gue ngeliat dong kayak ada tanaman-tanaman lumut-lumut yang masuk gitu nggak sih ke dalam penjara sini?
Roll perception check.
Gue ngerti lo mau ngapain. Itu bukan harus ada arcane focus?
Nggak perlu, dia cuman voice and somatic.
Oke. Ada beberapa tanaman di tembok-temboknya yang bisa lo lihat. Beberapa ada di lantai juga, beberapa ada yang di bagian atas. Ini kelihatannya kayak ini gelnya barely di-maintain.
Should I?
I guess just wait patiently, Val.
Okay then.
Lo ngerasa badan lu butuh istirahat.
Sorry.
Dan
Halo, I'm back.
Hah?
Oke.
Hah?
Tadi penjaganya orang apa Warforged?
Soldier, Viridian
Oh,
Soldier.
soldier ya. Tapi dia merhatiin banget nggak? Gue bisa ngobrol sama sebelah gue nggak?
So far sih lu ngobrol, dia nggak ngapa-ngapain.
Apa? Sorry, aduh anjing internet.
Nggak ngapa-ngapain.
Dia nggak
Hah?
ngapa-ngapain, dia cuman ngelihat ngejaga situ aja.
Oh,
Gue paling
Dia-
sambil ngobrol. Sorry.
dia ngejaganya di mana?
Di tempatnya Altarin.
Oh, di sini ya.
Pintu keluarnya ada di di depannya dia.
Oh.
Lalu dibawa masuk, ya dia ngejaga di situ sambil ngeliat. Ya, kadang-kadang sambil lu lagi ngobrol-ngobrol, lu bisa ngeliat dia kayak ngelirik ke arah lu juga. Cuman ya dia mostly keep watch.
Gue bilang ke yang lain, anyone need something? I need fresh air, I guess. Gue bilang.
Right.
Well,
What do you mean by fresh air?
No, please don't. Please,
Is
please.
it enough for me?
Kayak Hancock gitu ya, di penjara dia keluar dulu terus masuk lagi tapi.
Gayus tambunan coy, gayus tambunan easy.
Lu, woi, ya benar juga sih, ya sih. True enough.
Ini sebetulnya kalau mau sih penjaga bisa gue ejek sampai mati sih kalau mau.
No, jangan berantem.
Bisa gue kasih.
Pertanyaan gue kenapa ini lagunya end credit music ya?
Oh iya,
Because it is, I guess. Because
kan udah mau selesai kampanye ini.
Habis sudah.
Iya, kita gagal berhentiin terus ntar ada
Perang
Death
deh.
Star. Easy enough.
Well, if we're talking about risking our lives, then going to the front line and fighting in the island, and well, it's also risking our. It's also the same as this one. We're risking our life in order to be able to talk with the marshal or any Viridian soldier.
Oh,
so I'm guessing it's worth a try.
Gue nanya dong ke guardsnya di saat lain lagi ngobrol, nanya kayak, tanggal berapa sih sekarang jam berapa, gue tanya gitu ke guardsnya.
Persuasion check.
Ya.
Terus kayak,
hey, it's
sifat
enough, I guess.
BTW felt lagi ini kayak lagi mikir-mikir gue bisa ngedissonant whisper, gue bisa healing word, kayak lagi mikir-mikir atau gue ejek juga bisa. I think I'm equipped enough for this.
Guards-nya ngeliat ke arah lu. Active 26 late evening.
Autis 26.
Ya 26.
Oh.
Well.
Oh. Thank you, Mister. Kayak gue nanya namanya.
Dia nggak jawab.
Gue mau inside check dong tadi pas dia bilang 26 itu. Pas dia bilang 26 itu bener atau enggak?
Roll inside check disadvantage.
Iya.
Terus tadi gue nanya dikasih tahu nggak?
Enggak, dia nggak balas.
Hah?
Dia nggak balas.
Oh. Oke, then
gue
want to give it.
Gue bilang ke guardnya, hey guard, I have a message to relay to Brom, the town's guard. Could you please relay a message for me?
I'm not your errand boy.
You know,
Oh.
we should stay quietly in the cell.
Terus gue ngomong, hey, just in case, if you see Brom, there's a wine hanging in front of my door. It's for him. Thanks.
Roll persuasion check.
Kayak ini kita udah mulai ngantuk apa belum sih BTW?
Udah kan?
Udah ya. Kalau tadi gue pikir kalau misal belum mulai ngantuk gue bisa nyanyiin lagu dulu sebelum kalian tidur gitu.
Ilmarian, lu ngomong kayak gitu, dia nggak jawab apa-apa, jadi who knows apa yang bakal dia lakukan. Mungkin dia bakal nyampein, mungkin
bakal diambil.
Okay, in the meantime, ada yang mau dilakukan?
Gue nyari di sekitar ini gue dong, Fik, di sekitar sel gue. Ada kayak apa sih, tembaga-tembaga gitu nggak?
investigation.
Masih
Bobo.
itu
Tadi insight
ya
gua
sekitarnya.
Tanya, as best as you can tell, Tonius yang lo temuin ya ini form of iron, cuman yang di bucketnya aja ada strip of iron.
Iron tapi ya bukan copper ya.
Iron ya.
Oh, gua kira sekarang tanggal 25. Oh ya, panik pemain.
Kan lu tidur kan setelah dari itu.
Setelah dari mana? Dari kita 24 itu di apa 24 tuh masih di kastil kan ya? Di fort maksudnya.
Iya.
Nah, habis tidur
Terus kan
sehari.
tanggal 25 itu kapalnya si ini cabut. Terus lu berantem cabut, lu tidur. Gue catatnya sih di situ 26. Jadinya mulai sesi ini tuh tanggal 26.
Iya, sesi terakhir gue ingatnya 25 sih. Cuma kalau kita tidur malam sebelum itu jadi 26 sekarang.
Oh, oke, mungkin berarti gue yang salah. Oke.
Enggak, kita tuh malam ada yang kita jalan menuju Night Shore itu malam 25 kan?
Iya, terus lu tidur kan. Tidur, terus lu ngeliat yang kapal datang ke arah fortnya. Terus lu bangun, terus lu ke Night Shore. Oke. Oke. Jadinya lu semua istirahat, tidur. Lu semua dapat long rest.
Okay.
Sampai eventually lu ngeliat ya lu kebangun. Dan lu ngeliat di situ ada penjaganya, ya masih ada yang ngejaga Viridian Soldier di situ, dan lu bisa ngedengar pagi-pagi pintunya dibuka. Lu ngedengar suara pintu kebuka, dan lu ngedengar ada multiple heavy footsteps ke arah jail cell lu. Dan lu semua kayak pintunya dibuka-bukain, dan satu-satu lu kayak di shackle yang di tangan lu kayak ditaruhin rantai besi, dan begitu lu dikeluarin rantainya tuh disambungin ke lu semua.
Oh, chain gang ya?
Iya, chain gang. Dan lu dibawa keluar. Gitu lu dibawa keluar. Lu dibawa ke kayak ada suatu ruangan masih di bangunan yang sama. Kayak ada big hall. Dan di depan big hallnya itu kayak ada meja. Dan di mejanya itu ada beberapa orang lagi duduk. Lu ngeliat di situ ada beberapa Viridian Soldiers, ada beberapa Town Guard. Lu bisa ngeliat di situ ada si Thibault, ada si Marshall Maynard, ada Leorin juga. Dan lu dibawa berdiri di tengah-tengah hallway-nya, lu di spread dari kiri ke kanan. Terus si Marshall Maynard yang duduk di tengah-tengah mejanya, dia ngomong, Wishbringer, we are here to deliver you the charges that you have committed against the Viridian military and the people of the Kingdom of Viridia. Terus lu ngeliat kayak ada di depannya si Maynardnya, dia kayak ada megang kertas. Listed 8 offenses against your group. I will read one by one, and you may say whether you're guilty or not. Keep in mind, whatever your answer will be considered against what the final judgment will be and how severe the punishment will be. So please assign one of you as a spokesperson, as a representative of your group, to step forward.
Gue ngeliat ke Vault.
Ya, gue juga nengok ke Vault.
Okay,
I think this is I think this is my job. Okay, sure. Your Honor.
Vault atau Marion?
Yeah, I'm Vault. I'm the voice of this group.
Jadi Maynard nyuruh salah satu penjaganya buat ngelepas rantainya yang dari shackle lo, terus disambungin ke yang lain, terus lo dibawa maju ke depan kayak ada small podium. Very well, Vault of the Wishbringer mercenary group. I will read to you the charges that is pressed upon your group. You may say whether you're guilty or not and present your case. Dia ngebaca. The first charges would be trespassing. against Viridian military facility.
Actually,
Do you find this charge?
before that, actually, I want to tell you something. Our discoveries on that Magnolia fort. Okay.
This fort is not about whatever you thought you discovered on that fort. This is about the charges that is placed upon you. Against the
Okay.
charges of trespassing. What do you say? Are you guilty or not guilty?
All right, I'll say guilty.
Very well.
But before
The
that,
second charge.
but Your Honor, just I want to tell you our side of the
Me,
story.
you will speak when I allow you to speak.
All right.
Fuck. If you want to change, I can do it.
So, Your Honor, can you do this? Can we do it?
Dia kayak cuman ngegesture tangannya. Terus dibawa sama salah satu Viridian soldiernya balik di rantai, terus Marian rantai lu dilepas dan lu dibawa maju ke podiumnya. I will read to you the second charge.
Please proceed, Your Honor.
On you. Obstruction of justice. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay. Do you have anything to say in that regard? Why say you're not guilty?
We believe that what we did was for the greater good of everyone. For the people of Viridia, for the people of Verenasia. We have suspicion that Magnolia Fort was indeed a compromise, a mole we found. We believe our suspicion to be right, and we have deducted that indeed Commander Henry was coordinating with the bandits. And we believe what we did was right, although our methods were extreme, but they wouldn't listen to our reasoning.
Well, I applaud you for your initiative, but we have rules, we have laws. Without
And
it, there would be only chaos. We cannot have civilians to be intruding into Viridian military facilities to place that you are not allowed to be in, even though you have the best of intentions. You need to follow the rules. You need to abide the law.
But we believe that our advancement was to advance the laws as well. We believe that the law is made so that people would be oppressed, so that our voices would not be heard. We take this stance because we believe it's the right thing to do. I know it is extreme, but Stephen, the militia leader, is connected to all of this. And as the name suggests, Stephen is the son of the commander. I know this is not a discussion of evidences, but that is my case. We do it because
I
the
know
people.
I know what you think you're doing it, but what you're saying is that you do not deny that you broke Viridian rules, you broke the sovereignty of the Viridian military. So you do not contest to this. So you agree that you have broken Viridian law.
Well, technicality says yes, but we believe that we did the right thing to stop a war, to stop more bloodshed. That is our conviction, Your Honor.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Oh.
You can do it.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Okay lah. I mean, it could be anything gitu loh.
As I said, I appreciate your intentions. I'm sure you believe you mean what you say, but we have rules. We cannot have people breaking the rules for whatever reason they might think it to be the best, because we don't need vigilantes to take the laws on their hands. So, do you still plead not guilty on the account of obstruction of justice?
Yes, sir. Because we believe in it.
We'll move on to the next charge. Destruction of military warforged constructs. What do you plead?
Not guilty.
And do you have a case?
Per the ending of the war, it is common knowledge that Warforged is not meant to be tinkered or modified as a weaponized entity, Your Honor. We have seen that these Warforged are indeed weaponized and is used for harm. They were merely tasked to stop us, and not only that, they weaponized Tessellite, something that is very, very illegal, as you've seen. And we believe that what we did was right. And if the situation was in our hands, and if the Viridian military was cooperative with us, we could have stopped that destruction of the Sky Castle. We did what was right because, as you've said, Your Honor, we have rules. And weaponizing Tessellite, weaponizing Warforged, that is not correct. Also, we have a Warforged friend joining us, and it feels that it was wrong to weaponize Warforged at a mass level. Granted, we killed many, but it was wrong in the first place.
So you do not, so you agree that, so you confess that you have caused destruction to military warfare constructs for whatever reason it may be?
Indeed, Your Honor.
Very well. Let's move on to the next chart. Causing damage and destruction to military facility, namely the dungeon of Fort Magnolia and walls of the Fort Magnolia keep. How do you plead?
Walls?
Guilty.
Very well. To the next chart. Causing injury to military personnel. We have an account of several Viridian soldiers that were injured in your chaotic escape of Fort Magnolia. How do you plead?
Unfortunately, I would have to say guilty because it's an unfortunate event, and we only injured them because that was the only way that we could extend our mission, to complete our mission. We only injured them, not kill them.
Okay, very well. We appreciate your honesty and the fact that you did not choose to not kill these people. Let's move on to the next charge. Causing damage to military vehicle, namely the Viridian military transport. How do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
You may present your case.
We believe that the military transport ship was a plot and it was stolen. We were merely capturing it and trying to retrieve it back. We had no intentions of damaging it. We were damaging it, not to destroy it, but to stop it from moving, so that whatever was in it that we learned was weaponized tessellite, we would have to stop it from getting to Rippling Isles, because it's the only way to stop all this chaos. And we were only damaging it so that the weaponized tessellite didn't come. And we never expected it, and we didn't know at the time that the pilot was hostile or not. We don't have a clue. Again, our priority was to escape. But when we saw that transport ship, we thought it was being stolen. Therefore, it's the right thing to do was to stop it. But actually, we were grateful that we failed to stop it, because it was filled with weaponized tessellite.
From what I understand from what you say is that in the midst of your chaotic escape, you see a Viridian military transport which you have no idea what it's carrying and who is helming the Viridian military transport. It could very well be a Viridian soldier carrying another several Viridian soldiers that could very well transporting it anywhere it could be, and you chose to attack it instead, and you do not deny that you attack it and causing damage to it.
It was merely a way to stop it from being stolen, because we didn't know, and it was the heat of the moment. Again, our intentions was good, because we know what it was carrying.
Okay. Roll persuasion check.
Straight!
Before that, Vic, gue bilang good luck Marion. Terus
Oke,
nge-cast Bardic.
gitu si Val teriak good luck Marion, yang lain
I'm gonna use it.
terus si
D8 ya?
yang
D8.
terus yang di depannya si salah satunya kan yaitu di depan itu ada si siapa namanya, si Maynard sama si Thibault. Si Thibaultnya itu sih yang ngejudge lo sekarang, yang ngebacain charges lo. Dia basically kayak ngegetok-getok meja ya pakai palunya. I will have order in this court. Sir, please shut your mouth or you will be escorted out.
Terus diem, Vault diem. Dia nggak lihat kan? Dia nggak lihat siapa yang teriak kan?
Yang ngomong
lu doang
sama Marian.
Gimana dah?
Oh iya. Kayak, itu suara dari mana ya? Dipikir kayak gitu.
Ya maksudnya lu kan ada di depan, di tengah-tengah orang lagi ngeliatin lu gitu.
Iya juga sih.
Si Thibaultnya dia ngomong, I understand your intentions perhaps misplaced, but the fact does not change that you damage it, even though for the good purpose. I will take your intentions into account, but do you still plead not guilty in the account of damaging Viridian military transport?
No, sir, because it was a means of safety and for the good of Viridia.
Very well. On to the next charge. Killing Viridian military personnel. How do you plead?
Guilty, sir.
I appreciate your honesty. The next one, this would be the last charge that is placed upon you. Killing Viridian military captain.
Not guilty.
May I present your case?
We didn't kill him. He killed himself with a hand grenade while reciting "Long live the King," as me, my comrade Slime, Notonius, Philtus can attest to. We didn't kill him. He killed himself.
Roll persuasion check.
Mau apa sih lo? Lo mau apa sih?
Nice.
Mau apa sih lo? Lo mau apa sih?
Gitu tegang banget anjir.
Terus ya, sambil nyatet-nyatet gitu ditulis. Terus dia kayak sambil kayak beberapa menit dia kayak ngomong-ngomong sama si Maynard, sama ada beberapa Towns Guard, beberapa Viridian soldiers, sampai eventually mereka balik ke bangkunya mereka lagi. I will present your findings on charges that is placed upon you. In the first charge on trespassing, we find your group guilty. You will be fined 500 gold each to a sum of lu bertujuh 3,500 gold pieces.
Anjing. Mahal banget.
On the second charge, obstruction of justice, we find your group guilty, and you'll be fined to a total of 600 gold pieces. Third charge, destruction of military warforge constructs, numbering 37 warforge, we find your group guilty, and will be fined to a total of 11,100 gold pieces. Onto the fourth charges, destruction of military facility to the dungeon and the keep walls. We find your group guilty and will be fined to a total of 700 gold pieces. And the next charge, injuring military personnel. We find your group guilty and you must provide to a total of 200 gold pieces to provide compensations for the victims. And on the next one, damaging military vehicle, we found your group guilty. And you will be fined to a total of 3,250 gold pieces.
3,000.
The next charge, 3,250. Yeah. And on the next charge, killing Meridian military personnel, we found your group guilty. And you will be fined to a total of 1,000 gold pieces as a compensation for the victim's family. And on the last charge, killing Viridian military captain, we find your group not guilty.
Hey, I did one thing right.
That would be to a sum of plus berapa tuh? 19,400 gold pieces.
Apa? Oh,
90,000.
19
19 apa 90?
19,400 gold pieces. You have a means to pay this fine.
I would like a plea deal, Your Honor.
You may plead your case.
I would like for the charges to be reduced to 15,000, and I would like to make a deal with the Kingdom of Viridia. We would like to be sent on a suicide mission to stop Stephen and whatever is happening on Rippling Isles, free of charge. Give us a contract of 1 week maximum. If we achieve it, then we would be free of all charges. Or is there another way that we can plea? Another way we can deal?
Oh, let's go!
Ayo guys, kepada Baal berikanlah aku kekuatan.
Oh, Oce kan ngomongnya gitu.
Okay, let's. I don't know.
It's fine. You did your best.
Lu ngeliat si T-Bolt, dia kayak ngelin back. Terus dia kayak put cover sambil ngomong ke Maynard yang ada di sebelahnya. Kemudian, fortunately, the way you're proposing is not satisfying enough to the total sum of the fines of 19,400 gold pieces. Unfortunately, you must provide a new way that would satisfy the amount. You will be executed on the morrow.
What?
Executed.
Gua angkat tangan dong.
Gak
Direkam.
bisa. Lu disekel.
Kan
Ya,
ya
maksudnya
gue
lu
bisa
bisa
lah
angkat
angkat
tangan lu
tangan
dikit.
anjir.
Taruh tangan dikit. Yes.
Sorry, this will be a quick talk from me. How about 19,000 in exchange for Stephen Head?
And whoever is a traitor of the Viridian Kingdom. and we would provide proof of our innocence, and that what we did was right all along. If not, regardless of our success in the mission, regardless of what happens to the weapon, you have whatever means to execute us.
Don't forget about the execution tomorrow.
Roll another persuasion check.
Oke,
Berdua
guys.
apa satu advantage?
Mending gue
Satu
advantage.
doang.
Gue aja ya.
Satu aja. Satu
Iya.
straight.
Oke, bismillah. Oke,
Nice.
that could be anything.
Terus si Thibault-nya bilang, unfortunately, your proposal did not satisfy the needs of this court, and this court has already found your group to be guilty. Terus dia kayak nge-slam hammernya. The court is adjourned. Smash back to their cells. Sama Viridian soldiers-nya back to the cells. Lu bisa ngeliat sambil lu pergi si Maynard, dia kayak nggak nge-break eye contact, terutama ke Marion. Sebelum dibawa masuk ke sel lu masing-masing lagi, pintunya dikunci. In the meantime, do you have anything you would like to do? Atau kita fast forward?
Fast forward aja dong.
Gue nanya Marion deh, ntar.
Yuk.
Gue nanya Marion satu hal. Do you know the most fancy places near here? Maybe I can bring some 10,000 gold.
I'm out of ideas, I'm sorry.
Hey, you said it was your hometown.
Yaudah, apa Vic yang paling fancy di sini apa Vic?
Ya ngomong deh kayak
Bang gitu misal bang.
Roll history check.
Kayak bang atau ya gini
Tuh,
aja
guys.
bagus roll lu. Wejir.
Hey, I
Banyak
mean,
uang.
previews on
Ya ada beberapa tempat Glenwood yang probably would hold some of money. One of it itu Golden Leaf. Golden Leaf itu kayak mall, kayak mini mall, di mana di situ ada high class merchants yang jualan di situ. Terus di situ ada Silver Mine, ya, seperti namanya itu Silver Mine. Tapi itu, ya mereka nggak naruh duit, cuman potentially silvernya itu berharga banget buat dijual. Ada Royal Bath House di situ sesuai namanya, di situ bahkan kayak keluarga nobility pun mereka mandi di situ. Satu lagi ada Merchants Guild
which is next to us.
next to you, ya.
Terus gue kasih tahu, terus gue bilang, yeah, Merchant's Guild is like right next to us. But please, let's not do anything brash.
Wait,
Okay,
didn't
then-
they tell us they want us to be executed tomorrow?
Yep.
If we can pay about 19 or so thousand.
Isn't that for each of us?
No, it's the total.
Totalnya 19.400 gold pieces.
Tetep aja dibagi 6 anjir itu 3.200 satu orang.
Miskin kita.
3.300.
Should we make a contract with the Merchants Guild?
No, Lime. That's, I failed you guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I know
Are
it.
we going? Still cannot accept that. Well, at least it's a way to risk our life. But let's see.
Gue mau recall dong, dalam hukum Viridia itu ada hak-hak terakhir prisoner nggak sih yang di death row?
Roll history check.
Tai kucing.
Sick thing would be the last meal. Sometimes it would be offered, tapi itu di Viridian Civil Court, bukan military court.
Oh, oke.
You know what? Or should we just perform another? Wait.
Another rampage, you mean?
Well,
No, I'm not in the mood. I'm sorry.
Do you really want to do that?
Yeah, it's really nice time with you guys. So, see you in the next life, I guess. Miltonnya langsung tidur.
Maybe Filtus can enlighten us with, what would Raven Queen do with us?
Ask
I mean,
Raven
that's
Queen
quite.
to
Yeah,
protect
I mean,
us, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to what?
I mean, just tell us what would like the Raven Queen would do to us. At least we have a home, right?
Yeah, at least we could live with her later on.
I don't know if Raven Queen would accept me though. Maybe Baal would accept me.
She will accept everyone who died. Yeah,
That's assuring.
yeah.
I'm
With
feeling-
with her porcelain mask,
I
looking
want
at us coldly.
to-
Yeah.
If there's any god out there, then I hope something can get us out from this place. I really hope so. Because I still have many things to do. Actually, yeah. And
Ada lagi yang mau dilakukan?
Nope.
Atau
Nope.
about couple hours passed. Semua follow in silence. Miltonius take the final hours sleeping. Sampai eventually lu ngedengar pintu depan kebuka. Heavy footsteps masuk.
Is it the time?
Begitu ngomong kayak gitu. Lu ngedengar suaranya ngomong, no it is not.
Huh?
Huh?
Lu ngeliat sudah ada figur pakai plated armor Viridian soldiers type, nggak pakai helm. Lu ngeliat mukanya full of scars. Di Marshall Maynard, dia masuk ke dalam.
Menarik.
What happened?
Terus dia nyuruh
Are you
guardnya,
okay? Yeah.
leave us. Enggak sih, si Maynard kan mukanya emang full of scars.
Emang gitu.
Oh
makanya.
ya ding.
Iya.
Oh ya ding.
Lu membuang timing tegangnya di.
Tahu deh.
Bentar, gue jadi bingung aja kayak.
Diam.
Ada yang salah ya.
Karena dengar heavy footstep itu Miltonus langsung berdiri. The time has come, Marshall. Kayak gue bilang gitu.
My queen, I will come to you at last.
Marshall, you seem very connected with me in the courtroom. Is there something wrong?
Ya, dia kayak ngeliat ke arah si Marian. Your proposal may not be of interest to Watchmaster Table, but perhaps it is of interest to me. Terus dia kayak ngambil satu kursi. Dia duduk di depan selnya Marian, terus dia duduk. So, you were offering your service previously in lieu of paying the fine. But as Watchmaster Thibault mentioned, that you are suggesting will not pay for the entire sum of your fine, which is why he rejected it. But I have heard of your group's exploits in the past. You have made quite a bit of a name for yourself.
Oh, ntar abis si Marshallnya ngomong, gue ngomong dulu ya.
Okay. Unfortunately, even though you work for the wrong side, previously I heard you were hired Sentinel, late Sentinel. So, right now I'm offering you a way out. You will be conscripted into the Philippine military. You will work for me until I deem your fine to be paid in full. What do you say?
Bentar gue dulu. Marshall, my body is a little bit sick over there. May I come to your side? Kayak gue bilang gitu.
Maksudnya come to your side, lo kan lagi di penjara kan?
Ya, terus waktu dia kaget gitu kan. Gue kan Dimension cuma butuh verbal sama semantik kan. Tangan gue nggak diikat ke dinding kan.
Lu gila, please, dude. Gak
Nggak.
usah aneh-aneh dong, tolong.
Udah
Ini
diam
tuh
dulu.
lagi.
Lu diam dulu. Gue dimensioner ke sebelahnya. Actually, if I want to escape from
Lo
this prison
nyoba
is...
begitu lo nyoba nggak ada efeknya.
Hah? Anjing
Oh.
kenapa? Gue tahu nggak?
Your magicnya nggak materialize.
Oh, mungkin tempatnya anti
Dimensioner
magic.
sama butuh verbal.
Tempatnya
Iya.
Ya
kayaknya.
bisa aja
Jadi-
gara-gara ini shackle-nya.
Oh iya, shackle-nya kali ya.
Shackle-nya
Sama
kan shackle
ruangan
besi
nih.
tadi. Tadi kan besi
Oh,
nggak diganti lagi. Oke.
Sama
Karena
ruangannya kita kan nggak pernah.
Oh, ini ada hidden rune gitu kayaknya deh.
Ah shit, anjing jelek lagi.
Oke.
Apa?
Yang lo tahu, there are some, seenggaknya ada spell di mana semua magic yang ada di situ tuh di nullify.
Anjing.
Ya, mau sok keren gagal.
Aduh. Ya udah deh. Redcon gak jadi.
Terus sih, ya.
Iya enggak usah redcon sejauh itu gue bilang. Actually, never mind.
Terus si Marshall Maynard tuh dia kayak ketawa. Kan dia denger lu verbally trying to dimension door. Your magic will not work here.
Forgive my friend, Marshall. You were saying that we would be employed by you until you deem that our freedom is, well, redeemed.
Yes, you will be conscripted into the Viridian military. You will answer directly to me. You will swear your loyalty to the king and the Viridian kingdom and its people. And yeah, you will be working under me until I find your fine to be paid in full.
Does that mean, after we kill Steven, which we are confident we will, you will have more people to kill for us?
Well, the job may vary, but essentially, yes, you will undertake several missions that perhaps is too dangerous or delicate for my men to be undertaken, and requires a group that is more flexible.
Why us, Marshall? Why not just summon the Struxis Order?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Perhaps you don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Maybe I don't.
Oke, terus Marion pasti yang ngomong gitu.
Kenapa, Grant?
Grand ngelirik Marion pas dia ngomong gitu, pas dia mention itu tadi.
Jauh banget kan? Kita kan ngintip-ngintipnya kan jauh banget ya?
Ya ini apa? Selnya itu cuman kayak jeruji doang. Jadi lu bisa ngelihat dari ujung sampai ujung. Cuman kalangan sama jeruji doang.
Oh.
Tapi di Grand kayak udah sepertinya lelah.
Your Honor.
You don't have to answer now. You can try to discuss with your group, but keep in mind that by tomorrow, the judgment is already fall upon you.
Gua langsung teriak, guys, quick vote.
Gue bilang ke Marshall gini dong, Marshall, may I have one quick question to you?
Yes.
I also have one actually after Milton used.
How close did your connection with Commander Henry?
As close as any leader would be to a man under his care.
So
Commander
all this
Henry
time,
answers to me as well.
so all this time you don't know that he might betraying you?
We don't even have any proof that he betrayed us.
So sad our equipment is not here, but we can provide some. Yeah,
Well, that would be
continue.
one of the missions that you will be undertaking. Should you accept my proposal? So you may discuss amongst yourself. I will return after supper this evening to have your answer. Until then.
Can I have a question also too, Marshall?
Yes.
As you know, since we are adventurous, we have our own goals. Even though if we accepted your proposal and then we being directly under you, do we still, able to travel from place to places outside your, apa namanya, selain di luar misi gitu, outside of the mission that you gave to us, are we allowed to travel from place to another? I mean, yeah, I also have my own agenda.
Well, you're free to travel as long as you do not leave Viridia. You're free to do whatever you wish as long as it does not break the rules, break the laws. I mean, to some extent. But if I summon you, any words that come from me, any missions that I've provided with you for you, it must take a priority. But otherwise, you are free.
Marcel, I have one thing.
Ngerokok Marcel ya.
Oh ya, dia ngeluarin cerutu.
Sini.
Dipotong ujungnya.
If I accept this, could you help me to talk with my vicar?
Well, of course, we'll inform him that we have one of his priests in our custody.
Wait.
Well,
Kenapa?
I think he meant you, Filtus.
Yeah, I forget that I'm here. Sometimes I forget that I'm here.
But I think we have another problem, guys. Altarin, you're not Wishbringer, brother.
Well, if he did not accept the same proposal, then he will be executed tomorrow. So you may discuss among yourselves. I will return this evening with your answer. Dia jalan keluar.
Say yes, for the record, unless you wanna be killed.
We don't have any choice, unless you want to be escape from this life once and for all.
Actually, Lime, we do have a choice. I think we did the right. No, I think we did the right thing. We showed Viridia that we were the one who's right, and now they are in chaos, and they didn't listen to us, and live with the consequences. People will remember us the group that defied all expectations and repaired the structure of this monarchy. That's choice number one. We die tomorrow, people will remember us 200 years from now, probably. Or we gain our freedom back for temporary employment. That's a choice that I think we are in a win-win position. Right, Filters? Whatever we do, Raven Queen will accept us, right?
Yeah, as long we didn't follow any goddamn cult.
See, I think it's a win for both of us. Personally, I want both. Sorry, ada yang WhatsApp.
Quarter part of my heart is against this. No, sorry. Quarter parts of my heart is agreed. 3 to 4 of my heart seems like I still can believe. We are not betraying all of our friends. So if you guys want to choose either way, actually I don't really care anymore about this shit. After all of this, we can just run away from all of this and live our free life like usual.
You know what? In the first place, we were perceived to be in contract with Renasia, even though we're just helping them like any nice person would, saving their friends and their brothers. Leorin, he is Lady Felicia's brother, late Lady Felicia's. So, speaking of about betrayal, we don't betray anyone, and not to mention we already declared our objective in the first place: the bandits and the destruction of the weapon. Well, unless the weapon is if we accepted this deal, and somehow the marshal ordered us not to destroy the weapon, then it's a problem in one way or another. But at the very least, we still have our lives.
You know, if we take the deal, it's still our main goal. It's still our original goal for the greater good, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, let's not think about the employment, our bond with the Viridian army. Fuck that, you know. As long as we do what we think is right, that's, I think, is the fulfillment. And if we die, we still think what we did was right? So it's a win-win for us, I get to spend my time with all of my friends for a couple of hours before I met with Raven Queen. I mean, that's a win for me. So I don't fear death anymore because of you all. And if you guys decide to not take the deal, I'm okay. I've had many friends, but you guys are the best. So if we die tomorrow, it's been an honor serving with you all.
There is one person that we still not heard anything, yeah? Gren?
Yes, Brutus.
Will you accept it or not?
Talking about. Accept what?
The deal.
The deal?
Ya, si Gren cuman kayak scoffs doang terus diem ngomong kayak apa namanya kelihatannya kayak apa Gren akhirnya abis diem lama dia cuma bilang do what you want, do what you need to do, terus itu dia diem lagi.
Well, it's because if we accept that, we will become Viridian army.
Filtus, I think the correct term is
Temporary.
no. Black
Slave.
Ops. We're
Their special unit.
Basically kayak Spectre-nya Mass Effect.
Iya, kita Spectre. It's a cool title. I think my grandfather would be proud.
If we accept it, I need to make sure that Vicar know about it.
Okay. Yeah, the marshal will tell him, I believe. So you shouldn't worry about that.
No, I'm worried about the report at the end of the year.
Well,
Wait, you have annual report?
I need to reporting him at the end of the year.
Oh,
Employee review.
I see.
Well, perhaps you need
Interesting.
some extra lines for your reports then.
I mean, pretty good. It's going to look good for your resume, right? It's like you have more experience working
Resume?
and black ops.
What is a resume again?
Well, something to.
It's the thing that you bring when you want to apply for a job.
There you go.
Makes sense. I never do that.
You can make one after this.
With
Don't forget several times.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I mean,
yeah.
can I give my opinion on this? By the way.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks guys. So I think, well, we don't really have choice. Again, you know that I have a concern for my family. I don't want to be dead because I'm pretty sure they will be crying all over like so many times. So like for a long time. So rather than that, I prefer to stay alive. Plus, I'm going to be in a Black Ops, which is very cool. Considering this guy went to the military only for 3 months, and then now I'm in the special ops. I'm happy with that. So
you jump rank,
like
congrats.
really really fast, yeah. So which is, I think it's very good for my career as well as military, but I don't really like it. Though
Fate is really taking a weird turn here and there.
I mean, yeah, that's what's going on my head right now. In my head right now, it's like I don't know. It's just seems very weird, but huh. You know what?
Well,
You know, just what I want to say. I just want to live. That's it.
well, as for me, I also want to live, but if possible, if we're giving a degree of free reign, well, perhaps we can influence something if the war is really happening to reduce it in order to do something good, like Marian said earlier.
And plus, I'm
And
uh before that, I'm having another concern because Steven said he will be giving the weapon to Indonesia, right? To the elves. Then
yes,
I'm going to think that you know I fear that like we need to retrieve that weapon in one way or another. Well, maybe that's talk for another day, but well, now we need to save our ass. Sis. Yeah.
yeah, there's nothing shameful about want to live,
Mm, well,
wanting to live.
yeah, I agree. So
And yeah, as for me, fault, my father was a military of India, and I don't think he expects me to enter military via this thing, this kind of thing. Well, I don't know if he would be happy or not, but I guess I can always meet him when I'm already dead.
I mean,
But that's the thing.
yeah, pretty sure he will be proud, even though we are, in this situation.
Well, I hope so. I hope so. Well, so we got the decision of oh, one more person actually, Alsarin. Even though you're not Wishbringer, what do you want to do?
To be honest, if it gets me to the rippling, I'll swear fealty to anyone.
What if we swear fealty to him and he will send us to Rippling Isles?
I'll do that.
All right then. Good. I guess we are all on board. No?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We have a decision. Let's wait until Marshall comes back.
Oh well, I cannot. I will not know the last meal for this prison then. That's the negative part of this deal. I won't be able to have a good meal.
We can buy it after we've completed all the mission. Don't worry about it.
And after paying back the 19,000s,
Oh yeah, sure. I'm pretty sure we can get lots of money from after that.
yeah, will help with your musical endeavor, Fault.
Mm-hmm.
Even a gold would be helpful.
Of course, of course.
Mm.
I mean, well, money is money. I won't complain on how I'm getting it as long as it's ethical. That's it.
It's weird how your sense of money can get skewed a lot by just for a few months. Like a few months ago, before I leave my town, like one gold is really huge amount of sum, and right now we're facing a 19,000 golds. Yeah.
And basically,
Oh
we don't
well.
have any money. Yeah, got it.
Lo semua tahu perasaan Zuzu sekarang.
Oh iya, terus kayak, oh man, I miss that guy, Zuzu. Hopefully he's
Dia
fine.
lagi pilih ever after dia.
Iya anjir, udah gak dikejar-kejar sama ARS
Sementara
kan.
lu di penjara.
I think I should retire faster.
After we done this whole Black Ops things,
Mm-hmm.
well, but we don't know when he will release us, because he said when he won he deemed so. But when is that time will come?
let's say it's going to be a long term, so 1 to 2 years.
Worst case,
Yeah, worst
we're
case.
going to be in the middle of the war.
Yeah.
Terus
That's
pas
right.
si Laim ngomong gitu, actually let's just at least I need to kill Steven and his father before I died. I guess
Me
I will
too.
accept the contract.
Yep. I really want to kill Steven. Like, really. Really do.
This
So
might sound a
I
little
guess
bit weird.
no, I guess
Yeah.
it's my final decision whether you guys follow or not. I will accept it. At least I can kill them. That's my
Well,
last wish, I guess.
Hey, that can't be your last wish. We're the Wishbringer. We're gonna
At
give you
least.
more wishes.
At least.
yeah.
At least, yeah. All right.
Sorry.
Well,
I retract my word. For now, that is my last wish. Until you guys
for
bring
now,
me
that is
another
my
wish.
last.
I
Well,
like that.
let's keep living and get another wish, shall we?
Okay.
Ya,
Let's go.
terus gue teriak-teriak, Marshall.
Oh, come on.
Uh,
That's not how
You
you
know
do
what?
that.
Let's just be quiet, or else they're going to send us an army of Warforged again.
Ah, man, I'm tired of
Iya.
Warforged.
Emang abis si Marshallnya keluar tadi, si penjaganya nggak masuk lagi?
Penjaganya ada di depan lu.
Oh iya, gue bilang, oh can you call Marshall? I guess we made the
Decision.
conclusion.
You know what? He will come back at the evening, and he will do so. I think we just, we have plenty. Well, we don't have plenty of time right now. It's early 27, right?
We need to armorize ourselves also. Maybe we
For-
could roaming around the town to upgrade our belongings.
Oh,
So
no.
maybe
You know
tonight
what?
we could go.
You know
Do
what?
we
I
have
think,
any money in this?
yeah, actually, I think we can ask Marshall to provide us some tools.
Materials. Yep.
Yeah, materials. I
Yeah.
mean,
That's why I
basically,
mean before the
basically he's
shops
our
are
employer
closed.
now, right?
All right then.
Yeah, he's
Let's
our
just
employer, so he needs to give us the tools.
Let's just take it easy, and
Mhm.
I don't think the guard over there has punya hak untuk manggil Marshall sedak jidat gitu loh.
Marshall.
Let's just
Terus
him do his job in silence.
gue bilang halus ke dia gini, you may try to tell the Marshal. Wishbringer agreed, and we need something to tell him. Can you pass our message, please, Mr. Town Guard?
Dia balas, if the marshal said he will return to you in the evening, and so he will.
You're just repeating my lines earlier, Mr. Guard.
Terus gue kayak nunjuk kayak gitu kayak, okay.
Well, actually, yep. Never mind.
About sometimes past sambil lu diskusi sampai eventually ngedengar pintu ke depan kebuka lagi dan lu ngeliat situ ada another civilian soldier coming in, terus dia kayak nyamperin ke soldier yang ngejagain lu sebelumnya, terus dia ngomong, "I'm here to relieve you." Terus si civilian yang satu lagi, "Thank God, these people won't stop speaking." Terus dia langsung keluar pintu.
Terus dia ngomong gitu kayak, yo, see you again my bro. Gue bilang.
Lu ngeliat kayak begitu ya, yang Ferdinand soldier yang lama dia kayak keluar, pintu ketutup. Kayak beberapa detik kemudian yang Ferdinand soldiernya ini di jalan juga ke arah pintu. Terus lu dengar kunci, pintu dikunci.
What the
What?
fuck happening?
What is this, man? I don't like it.
Si Ferdinand soldiernya dia kayak balik lagi ke arah lu. Terus dia kayak celingak-celinguk ngeliatin lu satu-satu. Terus dia kayak ngeliat out a sigh. Terus dia ngebuka helmnya, ngeliat situ ada si Helena.
Elah lo. Apa lo kabur begituin. What you want, huh? What you want?
Oh, hey there, Helena. I didn't think you would.
Oh.
I think I spoke to you yesterday. We will meet again next time, but I didn't expect it would be like this.
Terus Miltonius ngomong gini,
I
what took you so long?
expect it as well. Well, I tried to visit you, but unfortunately, the Viridian soldier did not allow me to get here, which is why I'll have to resort to this kind of things. Terus dia kayak ngambil kursinya, dia taruh di tengah-tengah ruangannya, terus dia duduk. Seems you guys just can't get a break, huh?
Helena, I'm happy to see your beautiful face once again.
Oh, shut up, Val. I'm not beautiful for you.
Oh, you know, there is a
Uh-huh.
phrase, time, place, and occasion, right?
I mean, didn't you see that I blowed my kiss to her like
Vic, gue
yesterday?
mau help.
Cek tadi level. Tadi
Gua-
udah kamu pikir.
Vic, gue mau help action dong. Boleh nggak? Gue ngomong me too. Jadi advantage ke Val.
Me too jadinya konflik gak sih lu jadinya kontes anjir.
Me too.
Yeah, not bad.
Oh.
10 dong, tapi plus 9. Jadi
Gue
one.
nggak
Itu
usah.
cuman kayak senyum doang Kara lo.
Yeah,
Gue
I'm-
tanya.
Gua
Nih,
nanya
gua
gini
juga
dong ke si
senyum.
Helena nih
Thank
kayak,
you.
so what is the plan?
Well, I'm here to ask you, where is your plan? Do you have any plan to get out of here? Because from what I've heard, the judgment has already been called. You are found guilty and to be executed tomorrow morning.
Can I speak that?
Ya,
Tunggu. Sebelum Lem ngomong, Lem, I want to tell Helena one quick things.
Yes, feel free.
Personally, I really don't want to betray you, as we have been friends for a very long time. But the only way out that we get is we have to betray Elven. But I will not betray you. But the way that I only think of is only to betray Elven. So what do you think about this?
Ada yang style careless whisper dong buat Miltonius.
Ting.
Never mind.
Gua nggak mau flirt.
Never mind.
Itu bukan flirting.
Miltonius.
Anjir.
What the
Advantage
heck
gak tuh? Aduh, jelek ya udah.
Lumayan. Persuasion lu tinggi juga anjir.
Ya kita karisma user, Pak.
Oh iya sih. Oh iya ya.
persuasi. Bikin happy.
Do you care to explain what you mean by betraying the elves?
I think I can explain since the judgment from the Tibet or something. I forgot the name.
Pas Laim bilang gitu, si Miltonus bilang gini, we have to choose the other side.
Yeah,
Udah, kayak gue langsung duduk gitu, duduk pasrah.
Marshall offered us an offer to work for Viridia's military. So in for I don't know, indefinite time perhaps, or until we can repay those 19,000. But I don't think that's his aim, because, well, in short, we have to work for him for undetermined time, indefinite time. That's the only thing that can keep us alive for now.
To his thumbs then.
Sorry?
Do you agree to his proposal?
Not yet.
To be honest, we haven't tell him that we are going to agree, but that's the only choice that we have to keep living. But as Miltonius said earlier, gue kayak ngeliat ke sekitar, moga-moga nggak ada yang denger gitu. We're still trying to do what we think is good, so, well, perhaps it's not. We're not going to obediently follow 100% what he's going to say, but yeah, we're still
The problem
trying
in the
to.
military, you don't get a say in it.
Well,
Once you're given an order, you're expected to do it.
Well, in everything there's always a leeway, a loophole you might say.
Actually,
The order can be interpreted in many ways. Well, I
if
hope
you
we
can
hope we can.
provide us with 19,000 gold, there is another way, of course. But I know it's a huge amount of money, so that's why I say that is the only chance.
But even though we paid those 19,000, will we still be executed?
Of course, no,
No.
I believe.
Well, but if that's the case, well, in if for some reason Helena bought us, then it would be happier for us, I believe, rather than serving the military.
Of course, it is. I mean, it's been ages since we adventuring together, and I'm really sorry about this, but Lady Felicia, Helena, Leorin, and others has been part of our journey so far.
Yeah, that is
So
true.
that's why this is a harsh choice. That's why I should tell Helena in the first place. That's so far the way that I can think of we can run away from all of this. Not run away actually. Can get away from all of this is to betray the elephant, which is hard personally. But do we have any choices?
How persuasion check Miltonius?
Oh, let's
Hmm.
that one's on. Let's go.
Belum dipakai hari ini.
Aduh, aduh,
Buset,
aduh,
nggak butuh.
aduh, aduh,
Aduh.
aduh, aduh,
Dari pakai
aduh,
pakai 30.
Dibayar
Belum tidur
gitu.
gua hari ini. Udah tidur ya?
Udah, ini
Udah.
udah tidur kan?
Aduh, how.
Hari baru.
How. Ntar jadi gue
Pakai
simpan
lah
untuk
ya.
next. Simpan untuk next.
Pakai nggak nih?
Enggak.
Jawaban mungkin berubah nih.
Buset.
Nggak usah. Nggak usah.
Dikasih ekstra ntar. Siapa tahu. Udah nih. 30.000 ya buat kalian modal awal.
Disuruh bikin Indomaret aja.
Yoi. Why not?
Sudah bikin Indomaret.
Itu.
Si Helenanya ngomong, well, unfortunately I don't have that kind of money. If I do have it, then I wouldn't be out here working to get some money. But I can introduce you to someone who can.
Siapa?
Leorin.
Pas dia ngomong gitu, if there's another way, without any doubt, I will choose that.
Will it involves military?
I mean, of course, Helena is not in the military side, so that's why I believe I will choose the other way rather than the martial proposal.
To be honest with you, 19,000 gold pieces is not a small sum. So you will be expected to do something in return. But all I can say for now is that should you choose to accept, it may result in the prevention of the war, or it may make it even worse.
Either way, now we have three choices. First, we all die, and Wishbringer, all of Wishbringer left is named. The second one, we work with the military, which is really hard personally, but before you came, it's the only choices that we have, and we almost take it, actually. And third one, the proposal that you held to us right now.
And I'll take any chances if it's going to be able to
Prevent the war.
Prevent the war in the first place. It's better than anything that we have right now.
Terus Grand cuma bilang, I will be bound by no man.
Unfortunately, Gran, if you were to get out of here, you will have to return the favor.
To return apa?
Return the
The favor,
paper
the favor.
because
Return the favor.
Because even with the marshal, we need to return the favor to the marshal.
Yeah.
Well, we are returning the favor, though. I mean, he's gonna. Never mind.
Yeah, I agree with what Marian almost said. The first choice, we return our soul. The second choice, we return our loyalty to the marshal. And the third one, with I don't know. Can you explain more details, Helena?
I cannot say it here. All I can say is that you will be tasked with some missions that would help a certain factions with their cause that would either prevent the war from happening or it will make it worse.
If
Does it
you're
matter
being
to
crypt-
you which king to be?
if you're being cryptic with us, I don't think we're gonna take a deal. We need certainties.
Well, that it's
No,
up to you.
but-
All I can say for now is that does it matter for you which king sits on the throne?
One more things. Are we still on your side? If we choose this?
Roll persuasion check.
Oh, masih ada untungnya. Natural 20 lagi dong.
Iya, gue pakai.
Tenang.
nice.
Nice.
In before 1.
Oh,
Enggak,
okay.
5 nice.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
30.
30-20 still good.
So good.
Am I not part of the Wishbringer?
Anjing nyutagis mukanya.
Teutonius, you shoot yourself in the foot.
Terus gue kayak ngasih jempol gitu ke Helena.
Gitu.
Yeah, all I can say is that you must return the favor, and my question is that do you concern yourself upon which king sits on the throne, or do you concern yourself about the well-beings of the people of Iridia?
I will live the Wishbringer, but I see some good intention from what you proposed to us.
As for me, my choice is the people of Iridia.
And how about the rest of you?
I'll take whatever.
Actually, no. Not just the people of Iridia. Perhaps, it's best if everyone can benefit from this, but, well, it's not that easy, I know.
I still side with the marshal because it's certain.
But no. If I have some... Oh, sorry, Ren.
Udah gitu doang, cuman bilang I will do things my way, titik terus dia.
I'll do things my way, okay.
If I can convince you, Marian, the marshal himself is not certain because he didn't specify how long we will be under his control. He only specified that until he deems we are free to go.
Personally, I enjoy killing, so however long it takes.
Personally, I don't. So, if there's any solution that can bring the best for the people, then
gue kayak bilang ke Marian. So, you rather choose to be a slave for the time that we don't know until when? Because it's what I get from the martial proposal. It's not a contract. It's slave procedures.
I prefer the term weapon.
No, weapon not get controlled that much.
Oh, like this deal? Oh, like this deal isn't? We're gonna be owed a favor. And what kind of favor are they going to ask? It's the same deal, basically. It's just which side are we on,
I don't see things that way.
I do. It's the same, you know.
There is no peace outcome from the Marshall proposal.
There is no peace outcome from this as well. How do you know which king sits on who?
She said,
No, it's what she said. You know, can she guarantee the outcome? No. Can the marshal guarantee the outcome? No. That's why I
At-
said every
least-
outcome. No, every
no,
choice
no,
is
no,
a
it's
win.
different, bro. At least Helena proposal said there's a chance that the war is going to prevent. But for the Marshall proposal, whatever we do, the war still will be the war.
Well, it's a chance, not a certainty.
Yeah, of course, at least there's a chance.
See?
There is no certainty in, if we're talking about the bigger picture, there's no certainty. All we can do is do our
Well,
best and
yeah,
yes.
yeah, do our best. You know, I don't think it matters which one do we choose.
At the very least, if there's any freedom out there, then that is a freedom that I can choose which side I'm going to support. And perhaps Helena can offer us a way out, or any way to prevent the war from going on. But Helena, it's fine if you don't want to answer this, but is all of this the plan that you're talking about? Is this related with the Republic?
Cannot say for certain for now. All I can say is that, especially to you, Marian, if it's blood you seek, then blood you shall have. But on my proposal, there is a chance that the blood spilling will not include the innocent people of the Viridia.
Oh, I'm out of words.
Well, so
Gue boleh ini
What
saya
are
cek
we-
nggak pas dia lagi pas si siapa namanya si
Helena.
Helena lagi kan bilang yang nggak bisa jelasin sekarang gitu kan. Waktu gua ngomong tentang Republik, reaksi dia gimana dari mukanya gitu.
Roll
Atau
insight.
dari suaranya lah. Oke.
Okay, so how about this? Let's take a vote and see which one is out with the other.
Well, it's just 14 for me.
It's close, but I only have time until my terus dia kayak pakai air quote shift is over. So it's best that you discuss quickly.
Okay.
What's the procedure like? Are you just gonna bring 19,000 gold tomorrow and then bail us out?
I can guarantee you that, but you choose to accept my proposal instead.
But who? I mean, who are you dangling our freedom to? Granted, it's the same thing that the marshal is doing. Who is it? At least tell us. Are you going to feed us to some billionaire or like some? Don't tell me it's the owner of the evil company.
Anjing, masih aja
Oh iya, Jero.
Person to be sure, but simply know that I'm risking my life telling you this.
Even without even without having to see her face right now, I still trust Helena rather than anyone in the army right now, because it's clear that the Viridian army has their own agendas about the weapon itself.
And you think that the person that Helena is referring to does not have an agenda? At least we know the agenda of the general.
Well, at the very least, I trust Helena on this one. I don't
We
know.
do. I trust Helena, but I don't know who the person that we are going to be given to. You know, that's my problem. And you are. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. You can trust Helena, but I don't trust the person he's going to refer us to. That's my problem. And I don't understand why are you selecting, why are you even entertaining this choice? It's an uncertainty.
Well, the trust that I'm talking. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Gini aja.
Monggo.
Kita stop di situ sampai minggu depan. Jadi kita bisa diskusi which side you wanna take.
Vote, makanya I told you to
Si
vote,
Helena
right?
bilang dia butuh jawaban sebelum dia cabut. Sebelum si siapa namanya Marvelnya balik ke tempat situ.
Oke, kalau kayak gitu strip
Dan-
kita pick up lagi kok gitu minggu depan ya. Di jam
Oh,
yang sama.
gila.
Aduh,
Gila.
tegang.
Ini gak ada battle lagi,
Makasih
intens banget
guys,
aja.
makasih guys.
This is fucked up, bro.
Nice sih.
Aduh,
Padat banget
gila.
sesinya anjir.
Capek